Wake up, it's a brand new day. Crazy Lou's here, got something to say. Good morning, gamers, rise and shine. It's time to play, let's have a good time. Morning, gaming community. With Crazy Lou, it's a world of unity. Upbeat and lively, we're feeling so free. In the world of games, we're just meant to be. Grab coming, I need a scene. Crazy Lou is ready, it's a gaming scene. Plume's training people, worders in. All recent gaming, go race and pay top mean. Good morning, coming, moving. It's a world of unity. Upbeat and lively, we're feeling so free. Wake up, it's a brand new day. Crazy Lou's here, got something to say. Good morning, gamers, rise and shine. It's time to play, let's have a good time. Morning, gaming community. With Crazy Lou, it's a world of unity. Upbeat and lively, we're feeling so free. In the world of games.
Initiating launch sequence.
Let's begin! Good morning, everybody! Also, afternoon, and even the crazy one. Wish you a beautiful and an awesome Monday! What's up, everyone? I hope everyone is having an amazing day. I know I am. We're gonna have some fun today because, hey guys, guess what? Oh man, we have someone here today that has worked with a lot of Hollywood actors. He is one of the best graphics and FPS testers out there. My brother from the Netherlands, Mr. Maurice, the console tester. Brother Maurice, how are you, bro? And welcome to XPI. Thank you for joining me today on this episode, man. We have been talking a lot behind the scenes. Say, hey, Lou, now I can finally hop on since we cannot have you, Xbox International Podcast because it's at night. It's late for you, but I'm happy, man, that you're here with us. How are you, man? And what have you been playing?
Hey, Louis, how are you doing, brother from another mother? I'm so happy to finally be on your show. I've been following you since day one, I think, and you're one of the most fun channels on YouTube. Let's be honest, that nobody does it better.
Thanks, man.
Let's be honest, but yeah, I'm really thankful that you want to have me on your channel.
Mm-hmm. Man,
so how are you?
Man, Maurice, I'm doing great, Maurice. I mean, I got a new motorcycle and I've been just cruising around, enjoying my new motorcycle because, I got rid of the Harley Davidson. I decided to sell it. I used to have a Harley. I said, let me sell this. Let me get into a street, kind of bike thing situation. Bought a 700cc and just running around, having some fun, just letting the fever out. Coming back to, when I first got on my Harley, just enjoyed riding. I'm enjoying it right now. That's what I've been doing.
But our Harley is not a little bit too big for you. You're like a really small guy.
It depends on the steering wheel, though. I know what you mean. But no. My Harley was the perfect height. It was as comfortable as literally like a cushion. But man, it was just too warm. Like it doesn't have radiators or anything. So that when that thing warmed up, man, I used to get burned a lot between the legs. And when you're in traffic,
I know you like it hot between the legs.
It gets crazy. But yes, I've been doing good. What are you, Maurice? I mean, what have you been playing? I know what you've been playing because I saw you on Saturday. Smashing, throwing arrows everywhere, man. You've been having your fun. But what are you playing?
Yeah. I've been playing a lot of Avowed, of course. I've been playing it for 2 weeks already. I thankfully had like super ultra early access from Microsoft. That's like insane. I think I got Avowed like the 28th of January already or something. So it was like 2 weeks before release. I was already playing it, put in like 15-20 hours or so, and I don't have the feeling that I've played like 20% of the game. It's that big. And it's a lot of fun. Definitely, I can highly recommend it. if you're playing on Xbox or on PC or whatever, definitely go check it out. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. For me, I haven't been able to play games because I've been busy this weekend. It has been tough for me to sit down and play games because we have Valentine's Day on the 14th. Of course, you had to, so, pay tribute. You know how it is. And after that, I went, which I had to ride out there. I didn't do a morning show that Friday. Saturday, I couldn't do a morning show because I had to organize the house. Because Monday, I mean, not Monday, which is today, of course. Today's my father's birthday. So,
Oh,
yeah,
congratulations.
yeah, we're gonna have a birthday here. We're gonna celebrate here. We're gonna have a paella for him and everything. So yeah, that's why I had to get the house organized. So
Ah,
yeah,
perfect. Oh, paella. Mm.
paella. Yes, seafood.
Yes. Why? And where was my invitation?
Oh, you want to come? You can come. Take your plate and drop in here.
I would have loved that.
Oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I mean, it's his birthday, so yeah, we're gonna celebrate it. So yeah, that's why I had to get the house. I gotta clean up this room later on after I'm done, and
Okay.
do a couple more things after that. But yeah, it's been a crazy weekend for me. So I've been able to sit down and play games. But what I did play though was what I played yesterday. I was playing DuckTales. Yeah, DuckTales.
Oh,
Woohoo!
DuckTales, the remaster, remake, or the
Yeah,
original
the
NES?
remaster. I was like, let me try this to bring, to come back to when I played it when I was young, because that game was really fun. And it
Mhm.
still is today. It still is today. Simple game, stuff like that.
I,
Um,
I can actually speed run the first one from the NES.
really?
Yeah, I did
Oh,
it a few times on stream, actually.
you did? Oh,
Yeah,
I gotta watch that. That game is amazing. That game is
I can
amazing.
do it with 9 minutes, I think I need.
I mean, 9 minutes to finish that game?
Yeah, 9 minutes. Less than
Oh,
9 minutes. I'm still in the top 30 or from the world or something.
what? That's insane. That's insane, man. 9 minutes to finish that. Oh my god. It
Yeah,
takes me like 4 to 5 hours to finish it. But wow, that's amazing. That's amazing.
yeah.
So, Maurice, since
Yeah.
since I know you cannot join XBI, we always ask our guests this question. So I'm gonna ask you this question. Let's start
Mhm.
off with this. Constellation has chosen you to pick 3 games that will go into space in a time capsule as a mean of introducing other life forms to our planet. What 3 games would you choose and why?
That's a good question. I would put in Tetris.
Nice.
Tetris, I think, because yeah, that's the number one game of all time. It tells everything about mathematics and everything. So Tetris. I'm gonna put in one of my favorites, my personal favorites of all time. I think that would be BioShock Infinite.
Wow. Bioshock. Wow.
That's definitely one of my favorite games. It's like a Disney movie, but then directed by Quentin Tarantino. I love it. It's one of the perfect games. There are not many games that are perfect. BioShock Infinite, perfect game.
Mhm.
The third game I would put in, yeah, Playboy Dimension Simulator.
Oh Lord!
You can look it up. It's a real game.
It's really? No, you gotta be kidding, Maurice. You
No,
gotta
it's a
be
real
kidding.
game. It's a
It's a
real
real
game.
game? No, no, you're kidding, man.
No, it exists. It
It
even got
exists.
a release on PlayStation 2 and PC. Yeah,
No, no, no. That can't. No. Wait,
yeah.
what?
Search it up. It's a real game. I'm
Hold
not
on.
even lying.
Hold
PlayStation
on.
Dimension of a Playboy Dimension.
I was about to say PlayStation Dimension. I'm not buying that game. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of people
Play
in there.
Playboy Dimension.
Oh wow! Oh no, wait. Game. I put Playboy Dimension in. Oh, where was I when this game came out? Yo, this game got 4.0s. Oh man, what? No way.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
It's a real thing. Yo, they need. Hey. We gotta say this, right? We gotta say this. Yes, they gotta remake this game. Yes, gotta prove it.
Let's ask the people from Night Dive Studios. They can remaster everything. So
Yeah, remake it. Yeah, bring it,
remake
right?
it.
Remake
Bring
it.
it
Yeah,
back.
it's gonna be a top seller right away.
Yeah. Maybe they will pull it off again.
Oh man, great stuff, great stuff, great stuff. So, Reese, my next question is:
Yeah.
you got in a flight and decided to sleep for the duration of the trip. When you wake up, it could be Phil Spencer, anyone, or your gaming idol is sitting next to you, right? Anyone. It could be anyone. You have 2 or 3 minutes to introduce yourself. Give us your elevator pitch on who you are. Oh, never mind. That doesn't go there. Give us your elevator pitch, like for that person. Like, what would you tell them for those 2 or 3 minutes?
Who I am?
Yeah,
Well,
who would you
Maurice,
tell them? How would you introduce yourself? Like to who? Who is the person though?
not pretty simple. I'm Maurice. I'm 40-ish years old. No, 43 years old. I love video gaming. I grew up with video gaming. I was video gaming before I could barely walk. I started in the early 80s on a Philips P2000T that was like a
Whoa.
PC system with cassette tapes. That was my first video game system that I was playing on. Later on, NES, Super Nintendo. I had every generation of gaming. Loved gaming. The last 10 years, I started being a little bit more into pop culture. I did some game reviews for a website in the past. I was even a host for Comic-Con here in the Netherlands.
Nice.
I was even, I worked with a lot of Hollywood actors from Giancarlo Esposito yeah, to Stephanie Joosten from Metal Gear Solid 5 Quiet. She played. I worked a lot with her. Too many to name. I worked. I just showed you a couple of pictures, like Murdoch from the A Team, Jason David Frank from Power Rangers, who sadly passed away. I worked with so many people in the industry. It's insane. It's insane. And like 4 years ago, when I was still making reviews, I thought I got a Xbox Series S from Microsoft to review, and I was like, let's try and make a couple of videos. It was really guerrilla style how I did those videos. I literally had zero equipment to record. I started with uploading some Twitch streams, like private Twitch streams, then downloaded it from Twitch and put it on YouTube. That's how I started making content. I literally had a microphone that was like $5 from the thrift store and a
Wow.
camera that was like $10 from the dollar store or something.
Damn.
That's how I started this channel. And yeah, it blew up. I think it was like one of the videos of Red Dead Redemption 2. I think I was the first person ever to record a video on Red Dead Redemption 2 on the Xbox Series S. And that video got like, I think it got like 50 or 80,000 views in like 24 hours or something. And that's when my channel went like skyrocket.
That's
And
awesome.
from there on, I worked and worked and worked and tried to improve my content. And yeah, that's why I'm now almost at 100K subscribers on YouTube. So, and that
Oh,
was like 4 years ago.
damn, that's good, man. That's good. So, man, this is what you got to do. I gotta get myself that $5 mic and that $5 camera to try to get
I
to.
literally paid my whole studio with YouTube. I never put in any money of myself.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good stuff, man. Wow, that's amazing, man. I mean, like you said, you began like that. I mean, but I got a question with that. Follow up question with that. Like, really, what made you like hop into that? Like to do this type of content, like for the graphics and the FPS and everything. What got you into that?
It
Like, like,
grew. It grew
like
that way.
it grew that way. Like you said, okay, I'm aiming for this because you got the equipment for that because
Mm.
you measure and test everything, right?
Well, that came later. That came later. The first videos, I didn't do any resolution checks or frame rate tests. It was just me playing like 10 or 15 minutes on the Xbox Series S and show people how it looked and if it played correctly or if it was any better or anything. I think the first year of my channel, I had zero frame rate tests or anything. It was just me playing the game on the Series S. Later on, I also started making content on the Series X, of course. And later on, I even got like 2 extra channels, the Nintendo tester and the PlayStation tester, where I went on doing the same trick.
Yeah, I mean, I seen like all that content you make on everything. Real quick, let me go in there and shout out the chat. Let me see. Wes Davis, what's up, Wes Davis? Why so serious? Hello, good morning to you, sir. Mystic Fragments, Sourblow. What's up, Jacob Novik? Hello. He said, I finally reached the 100,000 achievement mark. I have so far now off now 102,201. Hey, that's amazing, man. My goal is to have 250,000 by the end of 25. Holy, that's a lot of work to do, Jacob. Go for it, go for it. Beep, beep, money, beep. What's up? Good morning, Grizzly. Hello, hello, hello. What's up, Grizzly? How you doing? Man, dear Lord, 250,000 by 25. Oh, Lord, I don't know. You got to put a lot of hours in, but don't kill yourself, though. If you get there, cool. If you don't, yeah. Hey Lou, you look like a news reporter. Hey Dark, what's up, Dark? How you doing? Oh, I look like a news reporter. Thank you. I look handsome then. You know, I gotta wear the suit though, so I can look like a news reporter. You know.
And that's the thing I always say. You always look gorgeous. How do you do that?
Oh, I did it. Well, you know, I go in, you know, take my time, you know, in the shower, you know, shampoo, you know, basic stuff, you know, and then after that, just put on some hair gel, you know, just to look handsome for the rest of the day and everything, you know. And of course the cologne, because you know, you
I
always
can
gotta
smell it over here.
smell it over there. And Dark is already picking on me. He says, we know you never played any Bioshock game. Yes, I did play Bioshock, but I just did not finish them. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I admit to it. I admit to it. I did not finish any Bioshock games. I admit to it. I admit to it. Sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. I gotta go back and play those games. It's just crazy. There's so many games you keep forgetting, like to hop back in there. Like I already got my schedule in of the games I gotta play this year, and I haven't even started playing Indiana Jones because I played Stalker 2 and it drained me. That game drained me. I finished it, drained me, and I said, okay, let me take a couple weeks off, play a little bit of Call of Duty stuff like that. But yeah, I'm gonna hop now. I'm ready to hop into Indiana Jones, so then I can hop into Avowed. Because man, that Avowed game you said is long. Oh Lord, oh Lord. Ah, uh-oh. Here we go. Jake Nobody's got a question for you. He says, question to Maurice, what's your opinion on the newest PlayStation State of Play? I myself thought it was a 10 out of 10 third party wise, not a good show, first party wise. We barely know a 2025 roadmap for PS. What's your opinion?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. It was definitely not a 10 out of 10 for PlayStation. It was definitely a 10 out of 10 for third party. I'm
Yeah.
completely with you on that one.
Mhm.
Yeah, I do think that we need more games from PlayStation themselves. You
Yep.
know, it's a little bit. Yeah, it could be better. It's not bad. Don't get me wrong. PlayStation still has an amazing, some amazing games, but yeah, in terms of true, and I think you mean like exclusives. It's a little bit lackluster this year. But last year it was also a little bit lackluster
Mhm.
because from first party, I think personally think, and that's also the problem with a lot of studios, even Nintendo, that Nintendo and Xbox all have the same problem, is that making games is super expensive, and that's why you hear a lot of games from PlayStation that have been canceled because it got too expensive to move on with these titles, and it's easier to make a couple of remasters, bring in some extra money, and get a nice budget to make a few big budget titles, because we all know that these big budget titles don't bring in the numbers that something like Call of Duty or Fortnite does. And yeah, that's what my Sony is trying to search for, I think.
Mhm. Mhm.
So it's not bad. Don't get me wrong. PlayStation has amazing games. Even the PlayStation 5 Pro, some games run amazing on that system. But yeah, it's a lot of third party right now.
Slaughter. Yeah, that is true. That is true. I mean, I'm with Jacob right over there, but I give it a 7 out of 10 as a third party showcase. But as a first party, I just couldn't rate it. I sat there and tried to rate it for a first party show. I just couldn't.
As a first party show, it was a 1 out of 10.
Yeah, first party. Yeah, I couldn't even put a one on it. That's how bad it was. I was like, what are they doing?
It was really, really bad as a first party. Even if they had like first party, they didn't even show anything from MLB The Show 2025.
Oh yeah, they didn't. Oh, they didn't.
And that
You know,
game comes out in like a couple of weeks, of a month. What are we doing, Sony?
exactly. Hey, good question though. Oh, I did not see that though. You're right, Maurice. You're right. You're right.
It makes zero sense.
It
Oh,
does.
and badass, hi, buddy.
What's up? Oh, badass! Saw him in there. Badass in the booty. What's up, badass man? Yes, this is the crazy Louis News Network. Yes, I go in the morning and talk about the morning news and everything. And yeah, if I have a guest, we're just gonna have a cool guest show on here. Everything that happens. Just like I said, we're just gonna have some fun here. We're gonna be cooking. We're gonna be cooking because Maurice.
Mhm.
Speaking of cooking, I notice a lot of this, and I know you're a guy that goes out there and roots for the Series S. You
Mhm.
root for it. You call it the little beast, a little powerful beast, right? Maurice, tell me about the Series S. Why do people like to diminish it? That beautiful small console. Why do people diminish that beast?
Well, it's the most underrated console of this generation. It's the only console that's interesting.
Yeah, it
It's
is. It is.
literally the only console that's
They
interesting
talk
because,
about it more than anything out there. It's like,
yeah.
yeah, it does.
And people always say, yeah, it's holding back the generation. That's complete bullshit. If anything, the Series S makes this generation better. If anything, we've seen it with Baldur's Gate 3 already. We've seen it right now, like a couple of weeks, like last week with Kingdom Come Deliverance, where the developer said with optimizing the game for Xbox Series S made the game run better on PlayStation 5 and Series X. People need to, what I've been saying since the start, and I hope some publishers would have listened to me earlier because it makes sense what I'm going to say right now. First, optimize the game for the Xbox Series S. Make that priority number one. Optimize it to the max on the Series S. If you've done that, it will be a breeze on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X.
Really?
Of course.
That's
You
a
always go for the lowest tier. You
interesting.
always go for the lowest tier. It's simple. That same goes for PC. The PC guys also want to make their game to run on as many systems as possible. So they always go for a low tier graphics card like a 1080 or 1060 or whatever. And from there on, build up the game to make it run even better. And the same goes for this generation of consoles. The Nintendo Switch comes out in a couple of months. And I'm going to say it right now. The Nintendo Switch is going to be slower than an Xbox Series S.
Really?
Simple.
You believe
Of
that?
course. Yeah,
You believe that?
100%. It's too small. It's portable. It's going to be slower than a Series S. So,
Wow.
people will not be complaining about the Xbox or about the Nintendo Switch holding back anything. They will still keep calling the Xbox Series S a mistake. Xbox Series S, the best thing that happened this generation.
Sourblow brings in the question: if the Series S is holding back gaming, what about the 1060 minimum requirement on PC? Which is true. I mean, I got your
Yeah,
point. Yeah, that's true though. I mean, there's a lot of games that come out. The minimum requirement is the 1060 PC, right? I mean, damn. But believing what you're saying though, like I never thought down and thought about that. That you're right. I mean, they should start with the lower tier, maximize the Series S as much as they can, and then jump into the rest of the consoles. Because hell, why the heck not?
yeah.
That console is a little beast, and not only that, right? I keep on telling people like those people that have like 1080p TVs, stuff they haven't upgraded to, for 4K, like a lot of us have, for example, for LG C2 or those HDMI 2.1 TVs that really bring out a lot of things off these consoles. It brings up a lot. When you switch those TVs, it brings out a lot. that little
Mhm.
console really does the magic for those TVs. It
Yeah,
does. And it's not that expensive either. It's a good price.
it's a super. There's still we're what almost 5 years into this generation, and there's still nothing else that compares to the Xbox Series S in power, price. So there's nothing in the price range of like $299 that has the same kind of power as an Xbox Series S. There's no PC, there's no Switch, there's no PlayStation, nothing. There's nothing that comes close to what the Xbox Series S can handle
Hmm.
in terms of price quality. And we're 5 years in. When are we starting to say, wow, this Xbox Series S was indeed an amazing console or is an amazing console? Of course, it can be better. I've got my PlayStation 5 Pro here next to me. Of
Hmm.
course, it's not that hard. And it's really not that hard to optimize a game for a PlayStation 5 Pro. It's not hard to optimize a game for the Xbox Series X or Xbox Series or PlayStation 5. It takes commitment to really optimize a game on Series S. And that shows with developers that are really doing something. You see it with CD Projekt Red. They could even get Cyberpunk 2077 at 60 FPS on a Series S. How insane is that if you think about it?
Yeah. All
That's
right.
like insane. Yeah, it can run Flight Sim. Indeed. Thank you,
Indeed.
Mystic.
Yeah, it does. I mean, that's the truth. I mean, I keep on saying that a lot of times. Like, damn, this little thing can run Flight Sim. Well, I got it when I had a PC. Well, my PC when it had a 2080, I put in Flight Sim. It's still to this day when I put Flight Sim on this PC, which now has a 3080, that thing warms up like an oven. I mean, literally, I feel the heat. Like
Mhm.
it, like it was basically like if I was riding my Harley Davidson. That heat came up just like the PC does. So hot. I
But
mean,
you only see people complaining about the Series S that never ever touched a Series. What, they have never seen a Series S.
yep.
Those are the people that are complaining about a Series S.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think it does what it has to do, and it does it in a perfect way. Now, it all depends on the dev, like how perfect it wants it to
Yeah.
run.
And it's a budget console. Let's keep it real. It's a budget console. It's not a console. If you have money, buy a PlayStation 5, buy a Xbox Series X, buy a PlayStation 5 Pro. Even better, buy a high-end PC with everything on it if graphics are that important to you. But
Hmm.
do you want to play some video games and you don't care about graphics that much, but you do want to play all the new games? Get a Series S. You
Hmm.
can play everything.
Yep. Yep. That's true. That's true. You're right on the dot for that one, Maurice. You're right on the dot for that one. That is true, 100%. So here comes another question. This is gonna be a little bit tougher, right? Because I mean, I've seen this a lot that from content creators across the border, right? So that the question is on content creators that do the same testing as you do. What are some things they don't mention that they should mention in the videos when it comes to graphic quality and frame rate? Because I know sometimes like you mentioned I think I saw you mention like oh DLSS works over here or how the other graphical stuff because remember I'm not a big techie guy, but you did mention a lot of the stuff that these consoles can do on the Xbox that the PlayStation's not doing or this one is doing and not this one. So what
Mm, overall, let's
yeah,
be honest. The PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X are like 99.8% the same in terms of graphics and in
really?
terms of it's so it's I can't even see the difference between some games. And a nice. I was working on Hitman World of Assassinations.
All right.
On Xbox Series X, it runs at native 4K at 60 FPS. PlayStation 5, it runs at 1800p at 60 FPS. I put both of them next to each other. I don't see the difference. And I've got them next to each other. So, and I know that because of the countings, that there is a difference. But what are we talking about?
Hmm.
We're talking about a couple of pixels extra, or 99.9% of people don't see the difference. They don't see the difference. And it's it doesn't matter. I think we're way too much. There are some really amazing channels that are more into the tech part of it. I'm a little bit in the mix. I'm doing, it's a little bit like gameplay slash a little bit of graphics and stuff. I'm not a big tech guy. I don't have a team. If you watch something like Digital Foundry, they are on a completely different level than I am. I'm not even coming 10% at where these guys are, because they have like 10, 20 people behind the scenes working on these tests and getting like they only do tests, so it's only the tech what you're going to see there. For me, I also want to add the fun factor into the mix. Do I have fun with the game? Is it a fun game to play? Is it a 30 fps I can live with? Is it simple to understand the game? Is it a yeah? That's a little bit how I see my own content. It's not super tech heavy. It's a little bit of frame rate test, a little bit like, how is the resolution? Well, it's around 720p. I'm not gonna say it's like 712p and it's being upscaled to 812p and with anti-alias. I really don't care. And to be honest, I think 95% of the gamers that are playing these games also don't care if it's 716p or if it's 720p. They really don't care. So, and if I don't care, they also don't care. And that's a little bit how I see it. I'm If you want to really get into the facts and really 100% get into those resolutions, please go watch something like Digital Foundry. They do an amazing job at that. That's not me. It's the fun factor for me is 10 times more important than if the game runs at 720p or 700p or whatever.
All right, you're like me. I'm basically more on the fun factor because I tell everybody they like to focus on graphics. Like, okay, I see more of a shadow, I see more reflections, I see all this. Like, for example, if I'm racing, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna look at the reflections of the other car in my car. Or am I gonna stop there and just look at it? Or if I'm running around in Call of Duty, shooting bad guys, I'm gonna stop and be like, oh, I see my shadow, but the other bad guy's shooting at me. I'm not gonna care about that. I'm gonna go in there and shoot the other guy. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw a grenade at him before he throws one at me. I
Yeah.
mean, that's what I tell. I mean, sometimes, like for example, you take that moment, you pause, right? You look at the surroundings and everything that's going on, but it's just that one moment. After that, you continue, you forget about looking at the environment. What you're looking at is like, what am I going to shoot at, or what am I going to slash at, or anything. That's what you're going to be looking at. Or how is the bad guy come? Like the AI, for example. This is one of the things I talk a lot about Stalker Two, which I find amazing. That how the AI interacts with you. Like if since they wear armor. I don't know if you actually went through it, Maurice. If
Yeah,
you
no.
if you start shooting them in the head, right? They feel that bullet hit them once, and then they start dodging to try to get to you and try to blast you. I mean, that's how tough that game was. I mean, I was like, wow, look at AI thinking for itself. It's
With a
amazing.
bullet through the head, they could still think. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, because I mean they're wearing these suits, right? And once you shoot them in the head and they feel that bullet hit them, they say, "Okay, I'm gonna dodge," so that way he has to change the aim to come get me. And if they're close to you, you got a shotgun on them, Maurice. They dodge
Hmm.
and then shoot you right away. That's how crazy that game is. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Shout out to the 70 people here on the show. Please hit the like
Wow.
button. Please hit the subscribe button, and also hit that bell. Let's wrap this up, guys. Let's wrap this up. But yeah, Maurice, I mean, it's interesting because, like I said, I see you cheer for the Series S a lot because a lot
I
of
see.
people,
I see. I want to say what one of the people are saying.
yeah,
Mistake. I think I've also said the issue with the Series S isn't that it isn't powerful. The issue is that the player base is not high enough. The Xbox has still like 35 million console owners. That's a lot. People only think, PlayStation has 65 million. Yeah, that's a lot more, of course. But 35 million. Do not underestimate 35 million gamers. That's a lot. There are countries not even that big.
Yeah.
Um, to give you an idea, the Xbox Series consoles sold more than the Super Nintendo.
Wow. Really?
Of course, Super Nintendo sold around 20, somewhere around 30 million
Wow. I
during
mean,
its whole lifespan. So people should not complain about saying, yeah, Xbox has only 35 million consoles and PlayStation has 65 million consoles. What's way more, way better, of course. But holy moly, Xbox has 35 million sold consoles.
yep, it
That's
does.
that's
That's
a lot. That's
that's
a
a lot.
lot of consoles. Don't underestimate that. A lot of people think that that's like nothing. That's like, oh, we don't care about. I would love to sell my game on a console that had 35 million people on it. I would be
Yep.
stupid if not. If one in 100 would buy my game, I'm still making money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's what matters
So
at the end of the day,
yeah,
making that
don't
money.
say don't say that Xbox. Of course, it's last 100%, but please don't say 35 million is not much. 35 million is a lot. It's really a lot.
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, I keep saying that. Like people believe that 35 million isn't a lot. I say, damn, that's a lot of people. I mean, I wish I had like my product could sell 35 million on the dot. I mean,
Wow.
that would be amazing if I had my product selling 35 million. It is a lot. You're right. I mean, 100% there. 100% there. I mean, it's
And
crazy
most
stuff.
sold is the Series S. Let's say that 25 million is Series S and 10 million is Series X. So you still have a player base of like 20, 25 million people having a Series S.
Yep.
So yeah,
Right on that. Right on that.
it's a lot. It's still a lot of game consoles. Do not underestimate it.
Yep. I mean, damn. But again, they always I don't understand why they always diminish the little powerful beast because that beast, man, I know it does its wonders. I know it does.
hmm
I know
I
it
I
does.
still think it's the most fun console to make content on. There's so much.
There's so much you can
Yeah,
pick out of it, right?
people think that 30 million consoles are nothing because PlayStation sold more. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what people think.
Mm-hmm.
But I, you know, I still think that 30 million consoles is holy moly, that's a lot.
Yep, 100%. Like you said, it's bigger than even a country. You're right about that. You're right about that, Maurice. It's bigger than even a country. I mean, it even surpassed the Super NES back in the day. But damn, Mr. Premise says he has two Series S. Wow. Wow. That's Sourblow. I thought he only have one, but he has two. That's nice. That's nice. I mean, I have a Series X. Of course, I didn't go for the Series S, but I was always thinking, should I get one for the other room?
I got three Series S's. I got one here that's for the studio. That's still the same Series S that I'm using for my videos. This is still the same Series S that I've been using since day one. Since the
Oh,
first video I made, this is still the same Series S. It had over at least 1,500 games on it.
hmm.
Had in total. The other Series S I got on my bedroom TV, and I got one of those Series S's with with the portable screen.
Nice, nice, nice.
Spec screen.
So, Maurice, I got a question. Let's talk a little bit about the Pro. Since we're here, I talked about the Pro, and I've seen a lot of videos people saying that the PlayStation 5 Pro is not a Pro. I mean, when they go out there and say that, right? I mean, what is like the actual big difference like between the regular PS5 and the Pro? Because I know you
Some
do your testing, and
yes,
I know
some
you
games
test
run better.
some games run better, but not the whole bunch, right? Because I know that a lot of people ran into this issue with because I heard devs like they had to take the Pro settings off because it just wasn't working for them because they had to go back and fix it. Do you think it's a console that is right now worth investing into, or do you think it's a
No,
console that we should wait a while before we invest into it?
no. No, I don't think the PlayStation 5 Pro has any incentive to jump on if you already own a PlayStation 5.
Really?
No, it's a handful of games, or you must be like a ultra fan of those games
Mhm.
to jump over to PlayStation 5 Pro. But if you have a PlayStation 5, I would stay with the PlayStation 5. The PlayStation 5 Pro has so many. Yeah, I can literally call all the games that look significantly better on the PlayStation 5 Pro. Number one is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Okay.
That game looks 10 times better on the system. Alan Wake 2, Spider-Man, and Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 1. They definitely look better on the PlayStation 5 Pro. And yeah, that's about it.
That's about it. Oh, dear Lord. I thought it was gonna be more.
That's about it.
That's about it, really?
Yeah,
Oh
I and that's
wow.
the games where I could really say, wow,
Wow.
these
Okay.
games look a lot better on the PlayStation 5 Pro. And that's the problem. The PlayStation 4 Pro was much easier to sell. We went from 1080p games to
Mhm.
4K games. A lot of
Mhm.
people were in in that change to 4K televisions. So from the PlayStation 4 Pro, PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 4 Pro was a much easier sell. The PlayStation 5 to PlayStation 5 Pro, eh, it has nothing. What a little bit of extra ray tracing here and there, and yeah, some games run at a somewhat higher resolution with with a stable frame. It's even that promised PlayStation 4 optimization. What's internally on the PlayStation 5 Pro, it's super underwhelming. I'm doing right now. I've done a couple of PlayStation 4 games, trying to check out if if they improve anything while being played on a PlayStation 5 Pro. And yeah, it's the bare minimum. You can see it's being upscaled a little bit.
Wow.
I just did a video on Watch Dogs 1.
I
I
saw
think I
that.
uploaded. Yeah, I think I uploaded that one yesterday on PlayStation 5 Pro. I got a video upcoming for Tomb Raider. With Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, you could see it a little bit better because that game had an open frame rate. So I think that video comes out this Friday. And yeah, I did a video on Hitman World of Assassination, but that game just got a PlayStation 5 Pro enhancement. But the Pro enhancement makes the game run exactly the same as the Series X.
Wow. Wow.
So it's finally on par. The PlayStation 5 Pro enhanced version makes the game on par with the Series X version.
So basically, like the Pro is pretty much, if we look at it power to power with the Series X, pretty much almost, or no,
A little bit higher.
a little bit higher.
A little bit higher.
The Series X or the Pro?
The Pro, definitely the PlayStation 5 Pro.
Oh, it makes it a little bit higher if they nail it. Because the question is if
Yeah,
they nail it.
yeah.
Because I mean that's something that I know me and you talked about like a little bit behind the scenes. Right? For example, I remember you talked to me about Dragon's Dogma. You told me, Louis, wait a second, But Sourblow kept on pushing me and said, "You gotta go play this game." So I went out there and bought it, and then after like a couple months, we got the 60 FPS version. I'm like, oh Lord, I already finished this game.
Hmm.
But it's like I always I tell everyone, Maurice, this all the times. These games now are being released. They're not fully optimized the way they're supposed to. We got to wait a while to patch these games up, right? That is a main issue, right? I think I see the same thing with the Pro. That down the road, it could be a console that you can say, okay, let me go upgrade. But for now, you
I
know,
definitely hope to see some games this year on the PlayStation 5 Pro that really take this system to a next level. I
yeah,
haven't seen it yet. The best game I still say that looks the best on the PlayStation 5 Pro. I don't even want to play that on my standard PlayStation 5, and that's Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I want that game in 60 FPS with an upscaled 4K. That game looks gorgeous on the PlayStation 5 Pro.
right, All right.
It looks gorgeous. It's my number one game on PlayStation 5 Pro. All the other games are it's okay.
It's
I've done a video on Call of Duty Black Ops 6 on PlayStation 5 Pro. It got enhanced. Yeah, it runs almost like 99% the same as the Xbox Series X version.
wow.
It's not that much, you know.
Wow. Hmm. Hmm.
It's not that much.
Not that much. I mean, I sit here and I think about it because damn.
Yeah, but
Oh,
Callisto Protocol is not truly 8K. I did a video on it. It's actually 1080p that's being upscaled to 8K.
wow. Because here's the thing, though. Like I say, the media out there, they like to feed you stuff, right? And they like to feed you this stuff. Like for example, how they're saying that Gran Turismo will be 8K. I'm like, kind of. I mean, I questioned myself that. I mean, why do you want games running in 8K when a lot of people do not have 8K TVs?
It's fun. It's fun that you can say it. You can play. I think it's Ori and the Will of the Wisps in 8K 30 FPS or something on the Series X.
What? Are
Yeah.
you serious?
Hmm.
How come they don't talk about that, Maurice? How come they don't mention that out there?
But
That
it's not that important. It's nobody has an 8K TV.
exactly.
Why?
Just a few. You're right. You're right. I mean, I'm like, why don't they mention that the Series X can actually power the Ori, the Will of the Wisp, right, to 8K?
Yeah,
God
but the problem
damn.
the problem with the PlayStation 5 Pro is not that it's a few months old. It's still based on older hardware. It has a little bit of a better a GPU, but the CPU in the PlayStation 5 Pro is almost the same as the base PlayStation 5. So, and that PSSR upscaling is also it's okay. Go check it out. Go check out my videos on my channel. I will explain
Yeah.
it way better than I do here.
It's
But
we have the channels in the description below, guys. If you want to go in there, it's right there. We got the PlayStation channel, we got the Nintendo channel, and the Xbox channel right here. That are his right there. That he does the testing. It's in the description down below.
I call myself here the Xbox tester because that's my main channel, but I
Yeah.
test all systems: Nintendo, Switch, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 5 Pro. I do them all. So it's I don't care if you like PlayStation more or if you like Xbox more. Good for you. I don't care.
Exactly. I got a question for you, Reese, about this. Are you pro upscalers or are you pro like for hardware? Like, what would you want these consoles to
Depends.
go?
Depends.
Depends.
If you have a DLSS, I think DLSS looks gorgeous,
Yes.
and FSR is horrendous. But yeah, that's personal. I hope we will get more in the range of like DLSS in the future and less FSR.
Really? So you're pro more for like upscaling techniques and than the hardware just locking in? Because I asked myself this question, like what would I want like the console to do next with hardware side of things? Would I want it to lock 4K 60 finally? Because I know you do the testing, right? Some of these consoles can, if some of these games can get up to 4K native 60 FPS. I mean, they talked about it a lot of the times. But what would you like on the hardware side of things to be?
Yeah, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, I don't know what way to go. It doesn't really matter. We are almost at at the upper ends of gaming. It's not like we're seeing any really new things, and that's also a problem, I think, with the new generations of console. That's also a problem with this generation. We don't really see that many new things
Oh,
like mind blowing. It's not from when we went from a Super Nintendo 2D sprites to the Nintendo 64 with a 3D world. We will never gonna see something like that again. Or when we went to the from the dark ages of gaming, 3D, that's like N64, PlayStation 1, Sega Saturn, to like PlayStation 2, where we got more and better graphics, and we're still building on that premises, I think. And yeah, I'm not sure. It's where do I see this gaming? I don't
Hmm.
know. If the Nintendo Switch 2 is coming out in a couple of months, I think that thing is going to do really good. I would already be happy if that thing would handle the most of the games at like 1080p 60 FPS. I think that would be amazing, and that's a thing I would want to see from more games in the future. If they can at least hit 1080p 60 FPS on like the base consoles, and at least like maybe upscaled 4K 60 FPS, I think that's more than enough. We don't need that much more. And that said, we're talking only about resolution. That's how many pixels it has.
Hmm.
Pixels is not important. Graphics are important, and graphics and pixels are not the same.
Really?
Of
Acknowledge me
course.
with that one because I'm learning this today. Explain
Well,
that
it's
to me.
pretty simple. I can play Tetris in 4K, and it would still look like Tetris.
Oh, hey, I never thought about that.
It's
I-
simple as that. And you can play something like GTA 6 maybe at 720p on your PC later on or
wow.
whatever.
So, so Maurice, listen. Let me go grab something real quick because I have it downstairs. I'm gonna bring it up here. I'm gonna leave you here for just a second with the chat. Let me go grab something because Sourblow. Because I was about to grab it last night, but hey, I passed out. I was too tired, but I gotta go grab it. I was gonna grab it this morning, but I had to get things set up and everything. Questions I wanted to ask you, to tell the chat and everything, because people, like I say, they go out there, they underestimate how these consoles work, right? And how things are, because I mean, that's why I invited you here so you can clear the air out of the whole thing. Like for example, the PS5 Pro, the things that that's working and everything. But Soundblow has made a magazine that I will unbox it today for you to see. And he asks you this question. He says, would you be interested to have your analysis in the magazine of the games you do? I mean, because he is making this thing.
Sure.
Sure. I mean, of course. I mean, it'll be awesome, Maurice, that you could put your analysis in there because at the end of the day, Maurice, you have your channel. It blooms.
Hmm.
It shows a lot of the content you do, and it really does. Like for example, you today, you told me you were working on something interesting, right? That you're gonna put up on your channel. I'll leave right there if you want to talk about it. But let me go grab this and unbox this magazine real quick. Let me go grab my keys, go get it, and come right back up. Let me leave you here with this. That's a chat. Be nice to Maurice. If you got any questions, Maurice will answer. I'll be right back.
I'll,
I'll be
I'll
right
I'll
back,
keep
Maurice.
I'll
I'll
keep
be
the
right back.
chat. Ori and the Will of the Wisps, Big B money. That was the first one. Yeah, you can force 720p on your current consoles. That's correct. It's we're all talking about resolutions, and resolutions, in my opinion, are not always that important. Gameplay number one, graphics number two, story number three, resolution number four. That's how it always should be, in my opinion. Astrobot biggest value is no, Astrobot was cool. Was one of my favorite games of last year. I think I'm even in the top 100 or so. No, top 10. I think of people that completed Astrobot, the base game, on True Trophies. Astrobot was one of the most fun games I've played last year. And it was deserved it definitely deserved a game of the year. I have no problem with Astrobot getting that game of the year. But let's be honest, what game should have got the game of the year last year? There was almost nothing. The only game that came out that could have won from Astrobot, I think, was probably Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. You think GTA will be 60 when it comes out? No. No, I'm gonna say it. I'm almost 100% sure it's not gonna be 60 FPS because not even on the PlayStation 5 Pro because CPU would not handle it. And if you think about it, it makes sense because Rockstar never in the 3D era of GTA games never released a GTA at 60 FPS on any console. David, hey, how are you doing? David is one of my my top viewers on my channel. Thank you for also coming by. Oh, Belletro. Yeah, Belletro was amazing, Dolomite. One of my favorite games. Oh, and Metaphor was also really good, but it's too niche. Metaphor was too niche. Warhammer was fun, but I do get why Astrobot got it.
I'm back, baby.
Hey, lovely. I was
Yes, I'm
already
back.
talking to my friends on the chat.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
maybe 40%, 40 FPS with that could be a big maybe. Yeah, but GTA 5 already came out on PlayStation 3. Yes. So when it first came out, it was 30 FPS. Every GTA on every console ever in the 3D era of GTA was 30 FPS when it came out on that generation.
Really
And
interesting.
you can fact check me.
Oh Lord, Maurice throwing in the heat.
What Black Woo at is what the freaky what? Are you Black Myth Wukong?
Well, I mean,
Oh,
I talked about this, so I tell people this all the time. With Black Myth Wukong, you have access through it through GeForce Now. The thing is, people don't mention it a lot because hey, they try to go through the console war thing, but for Black Myth Wukong though, you can actually access through GeForce Now and play it on your Series X and S. Simple and
yeah,
easy.
I'm not. To be honest, I played the game. I wasn't a big fan, so I really don't care if it's
Oh wow,
if it's
you didn't
coming
like
to
it?
Xbox. I really didn't like it. Nope, I'm not a fan of Souls games. So yeah, you can have every Souls game there is. I really don't care. The PlayStation can have all the Souls games. They can buy from software. They can have it. I really don't care if the new Elden Ring is going to be PlayStation Let
Hmm.
go for it.
Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. So Maurice, there's a good question right there. What is the best looking game this generation, in your opinion?
Ooh, that's a good
Wow,
question.
that's a good question. Wow.
That's a good question. Wow. I do think that Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice looks amazing. It's part two. But the most games I think that look best on this generation, and that goes for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, are games from last generation. So Gears of War 5 looks
What?
amazing on Xbox Series X. God of War Ragnarok looks amazing, fabulous on PlayStation 5. So I I personally think that PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X are the ultimate backwards compatible consoles. And all the games that came out for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One that now run native on the Series X and PlayStation 5, those games look the best, in my opinion.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
So, yeah, these consoles are perfect for backwards compatibility.
So Maurice,
Uncharted Thieves End also one of that game is so gorgeous.
really?
Yeah, it's
Ah,
really gorgeous. If the PlayStation 5 updated version, perfect. Best looking Xbox game is Rise Son of Rome.
hmm.
Am I gonna say something? Yeah. Today there will be a video on Rise Son of Rome on my Xbox channel, actually.
Hmm. He's gonna talk about it. He's gonna talk about it. Maurice, in my hand, I hold Sourblow's magazine. You ready for this, Maurice? I'm gonna unbox it right here live so everybody can see it. Here we go. Taking the lid off. Woo-hoo. Let's go. Let's see this magazine. What quality is it made? How good it looks? Oh man, it's gonna be a hassle.
What new game on Xbox y'all can't wait to play this year? Also a good question. I have no idea. I never look forward to any games.
Wow, I like how it's. Ooh.
Oh, that looks great.
This looks great. It's not ready yet. Hold on. I'm about to. Put this right
Silent Hill 2, yeah. Doom, the Dark Ages.
Here we go, chat. You guys ready? Look at this. Oh,
Mystic
man.
Fragments.
Break
That's
Stick
nice.
Fragments. This is a nice magazine. Uh-oh. Look who's on here. Uh-oh. Sour, why didn't you put her face on there, Sourblow?
Oh, thank you, Daniel.
Wow, this looks. Ooh. Hubba. Good
Xbox
introduction.
tester, what console do you think Doom Dark Ages is going to run the best? Well, it's being optimized for all three of the systems at the same time, so I think it's going to run best on PlayStation 5 Pro. But then again, the last Doom Eternal already ran at 4K 120 FPS on the Xbox Series X, so
Really?
yeah.
Oh my god. I mean, it's hard. Like I sit here and I tell everybody, like when you see these videos that they grab it to console war, right? They like to grab this to console war with this stuff. But in the end, it's like how you said, it's pretty much almost like the same. 99.8% is almost like you look at them, the games pretty much look the same. The only thing, the difference is it could be the resolution or something.
Maybe a little bit of extra ray tracing, stuff like that.
Yeah.
The game is still the same. People that are playing on a PlayStation 5 Pro paid $800 to play the same game as people on a Xbox Series S that paid 299 euros. It's the same game. It's the same game. There's no difference in the game itself.
Wow. I'm looking through this magazine. This is amazing stuff, Sour. Wow. I can imagine Maurice, Xbox tester, being in here like, yeah, these are all the games that Maurice analyzed this month. Boom, 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 boom. This is some pretty cool stuff, man. Wow. I gotta take a look at this and take pictures to show everyone. This is amazing. This is amazing. Wow, amazing stuff, Sarah. Amazing stuff. I'll take a look at that. But yeah, Maurice, I mean, wow. That's the thing though, right? When do people realize that it's pretty much the same and that a lot of us won't even take notice to this? They won't. They won't notice like,
No,
the difference when you put it on the screen.
let's be honest. The people that really care about it, it's just a really small group of people that really care about these graphics. 90% of the people having a PlayStation 5 or Xbox only play something like Call of Duty, Fortnite, stuff like that. A little bit of FIFA here and there, or Madden, NFL. They really don't care if the game runs it at 120 FPS and the Xbox runs it at 100 FPS. They don't care. They just want to play their video game when they're after days of work, and they don't care about these console wars. They just want a simple box under their televisions that play their favorite games. That's it. That's 90% of the people buying these consoles. And maybe 10% of us, like crazy people, like me and you, are really into like where does it run better and what are the differences, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I quit following that a long time ago because at the end of the day, though, when I sit down and look at these games, I'm like, oh, it's the same game. Oh, there's a little bit of shadow over here. It's a little bit of probably a little bit of brightness over there. At the end of the
hmm
day, it's the same game. When you hit forward on this map, you hit forward on the same map. We're hitting forward on the same map at the same time. I mean, we just want to play the game. That's all. We don't care if there's like a beautiful ray tracing over there because again, like Maurice, what could be a good change for graphics next time? I mean, what can we see? And
I have no idea.
You have no idea, right? Because that's
I
the thing,
have
though.
no idea.
I think we're at the point that graphics are just, like I don't know, I can't see beyond that. Like, for example, people are like, yeah, 8K. I'm like, but we don't have 8K TVs. I mean, even the beginning of the generation, Phil came out and said, for 8K gaming, it's okay. I mean, we're not going to worry about that because at the end of the day, no one owns an 8K TV. I probably know two or three people out there that do. Probably two or three people that do, and it's insane. It's insane.
You think Xbox will get 100 million by 2030, like they say? They already got 100 million people playing their games. They got
Mhm.
75 million people on PlayStation playing their games and 30 million people on Xbox playing their games. That's 100 million for you.
Maurice throwing the slander out there. Oh dear Lord, that was a killer right there, Maurice. Woo! That was a killer right there because that's something that I don't understand. Because Maurice, I got a question for you. How do you feel about that change, right? How do you feel about the whole exclusive thing, the changes that's happened? I
It
want to
makes no
hear.
sense. The exclusive games make no sense. It's
Really?
anti-consumerism at its best. But some consumers think it's for their good. It makes no sense. It's the same as buying a Blu-ray player that can only a Sony Blu-ray player that can only play Sony pictures.
Oh dear Lord, man! Can you imagine that happen?
Hmm.
Oh,
That is
oh,
that's how stupid exclusives actually are.
damn! With the slander.
But that's how I think.
Yeah, yeah, I get you.
I don't want to care about when I go to a store and I want to buy a video gaming system for my kids or something. I don't want to be bothered with the idea of I need to buy two systems to play all the games. I want to play all the games on one system. I don't care. I really don't care for exclusives. I don't see any incentive for a consumer to have exclusives on a console. It makes no sense because only makes sense for the companies making these consoles. The corporations care for exclusives because this way they can pull in people to their system and buy their systems. Exclusives for a consumer perspective make zero sense.
I agree with you, especially since there's a lot of casual gamers out there who just play the same games we're playing out there. Because I mean, people buy a console just to play FIFA or just to play
Hmm.
Call of Duty or just to play Fortnite. I mean, we've seen the top 10 games that are being played month after month. When an exclusive comes out, it goes up to top 10. It does goes up for that month. But down the road, it kind of like little by little kind of leaves, and all of a sudden we're back to Call of Duty, Fortnite, FIFA. GTA, all these games, all these games that people.
I'm going to say it out loud. I'm seeing some PlayStation exclusives in the future coming to Xbox. I
I
wouldn't be surprised.
Same here. I see that happen soon too. I see that happen soon too because I mean I know that right now they're pushing to the PC side of things, and people
Hmm.
don't seem to understand that they become third party. They decided to throw their games over there because back in the day, when PlayStation just released the game, it was just on their console. They did not go further out there, furthermore to say, okay, let's put this game over here, let's try this game over there. No, no, no. It was just on their console. But these days, though, when 2020 hit, they saw Xbox went around, what was it, 2014? They saw that Xbox did an amazing push with the PC games. It was an amazing push. It was bringing them the money. So PlayStation 2020 said, okay, let's start pushing their games over there to see how they are. Because even though they got a good sales record now, for example, the numbers came in, they're pretty amazed on how many users came in and everything. But
Hmm.
mostly the majority, right? They even said it was actually a push from Helldivers from PC, which is
Yeah, but
insane.
but I see things like Helldivers, maybe a Spider-Man, stuff like that, going to Xbox.
I see that too. I'm with you there. I'm with you there. At the end of the day, I'm with you there. I'm with you there. I can see all that
Well,
stuff.
let's be honest. I see somebody Raichi saying Stellar Blade is published by Sony on Steam. What does that mean for a Xbox port? Well, um, Death Stranding was also published by Sony.
Ew, damn. But they're gonna say, "Well, Kojima bought it back."
Yeah, but it still runs on a Sony engine.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's called the Decima engine from
Oh,
the Guerrilla Studios.
let me throw some slander in there just a little bit. Where does it look better with a Decima engine? Does it look better on Xbox or PlayStation?
No, Death Stranding looks the same on both systems.
They put the same. Oh, I thought it was yeah on Xbox.
No, it's both the same. So and yeah, if
Hmm.
they block Lego Horizon, no way Xbox is getting God of War. But no, Spider-Man, I do. God of War will be a little bit harder to get on Xbox because that's really a brand of Sony. Spider-Man, on the other hand, I don't think Sony is going to tell. Disney is going to say to Sony, the next Spider-Man game is going to be exclusive for you guys because Sony doesn't own the IP for Spider-Man. A lot of people think that Sony owns the IP for Spider-Man.
Mm-mm. No, they
Nah,
don't.
they have the IP for movies. They only
Movies,
have
yeah.
a license for movies. Everything else, games, cartoons, merchandise, everything is from Disney about Spider-Man. That's why we already had Spider-Man in Marvel. What was it called? Night Suns or whatever.
Hmm.
That came out last year, and there's a new Spider-Man game coming out this year that's also coming to Xbox. Not made by Sony, by the way. So yeah, it's not owned by Sony. So I do think we saw the same now with Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones is owned by Disney. Disney said,
Mhm.
you can make a game, you can make it timed exclusive, but that game is also going to be on PlayStation.
Yep. Yep. Which is, to be honest, is a good move because at the end of the day, though, it's like how I said, we got some Indiana Jones fans on Xbox, we got some Indiana Jones fans on PC, and hey, why the heck not? Let's get the Indiana Jones fans from PlayStation to come play the game. I
Yeah.
mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, it's a good
Wolverine is
move.
also a game I do think will be eventually on Xbox. Will be a
Yeah.
timed exclusive, even though it's made by Sony themselves.
So John Teacher with a beautiful and awesome $5 super chat. He says the next console has to be 4K 60 FPS day one. Out the gate, no lower. PS5 Pro only looks better if you zoom in heavily worth $800. Oh, dear Lord, the slander. The slander with the PS5 Pro, the slander. Oh, man. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. This is some funny stuff. Some funny stuff right here. Some funny stuff, man. Oh, they got a technical question for you, Maurice. It says people say that Xbox will become the new Sega. How do their people think? I mean, Sega didn't leave the console market to 1999 and became a publisher just because they felt to. Hmm.
Well, first of all, Sony had Sega had a failing console at that moment.
Yeah.
Xbox is not a failing console.
Oh.
It's
Oh.
big difference. They still have
Oh.
30 million consoles in the market. Dreamcast was like an amazing console, but sold like nothing. It sold
Hmm.
really poor, especially here in Europe. I think in America it did decent, but here in Europe it was nothing. I don't even think they sold more than 10 million consoles.
Wow. It was nine. Wow. It was only nine.
1999.
It was 9.13 million Dreamcast units were sold worldwide.
Yeah. So
Oh. Oh.
they had a failing console. So they had to do one thing or the other. And also a big thing is that Xbox is of course not only Xbox, it's Microsoft, and Microsoft has billions, trillions of
Mhm.
dollars. It's one of the richest companies in the world. So I don't think they will exit the console market. They will make a console that's more into Game Pass and stuff, more into the digital era. So we're the next generation of Xbox I see as a digital only console, heavily influenced by Game Pass. That's how I see the next generation of Xbox. And PlayStation still needs to make money out of their consoles. That's the big difference. For Microsoft, the Xbox console is not a thing to make money on.
They
They
said it,
don't.
they explained that plenty of times though. Many times they said it. They don't make money on the consoles, and
They
it's
don't
still
make money on the consoles. They want to make money on Game Pass.
Yep. And the content and the games that are sold and
And they're gonna make a dedicated machine to play those games on the Game Pass.
hmm
Because it would be the worst day in gaming ever when Xbox stops making consoles. It would be really bad for us gamers because then PlayStation would have a full blown monopoly on games and they can ask any price for it. They can do anything for it. They can use really bad customer services. So it would be the worst day ever if Xbox. It would be the worst day for PlayStation gamers is the day that Xbox stops making consoles.
Yep, that's true. I mean, this is the part these the fanboys don't see.
Hmm.
Why do you want Xbox to disappear? Why would you want Nintendo to disappear? Why would you want any console to disappear? Because at the end of the day, one leaves, right, Maurice? It's going to be bad for all of us.
Hmm.
Bad for all of us. But we go on this channel, like for example, we go live on our channels, right? And we talk about what can PlayStation do to get better because people always say, "Hey Lou, you're a hater." I'm not a hater. I just want PlayStation to do better. And they get mad at me because I put out the truth. I mean, for example, John TJ with another beautiful and awesome $5 super chat. He says PlayStation has no first party games that are coming out this year. I mean, is that a bad thing? Yeah, because you wanted to see what their studios can rack up. But in the end, though, right? It's like how I said, when I sit here and talk about it, they come over here and slander me, Louis, you hater, you this. Nah, I'm not trying to hate. I just want it to be better, better for consumers. It's like how you say, Maurice, right? Look at Xbox. Why is Xbox such an important console to have? Why is it so good to have um, an Xbox console? First of all, you save money, which is really important. I mean, money is an important factor nowadays for all of us. That is the first thing. And second, it's been pouring out games for us to enjoy on that Game Pass. It's been
Hmm.
just putting games out there for us to enjoy and has kept us busy. I mean, look, this is why you do your testing on a lot of things. Like, for example, you were playing Avowed on Saturday. Saturday, you were sitting there playing Avowed, showing people that you're playing Avowed. I saw you with the bow and arrow, getting these guys and everything. You were having your fun. And man, that's how it is. That's why it's important for us, to get these games on that service. It's beautiful.
Yeah, but that's that. But by the way, I see Jacob Maurice. People say Xbox going digital only is bad because you don't own digital games. Well, read on the back of physical games. You don't own
Yep.
physical games either. That's correct. That's 100% correct.
Yep.
People still think that if you
Mhm.
buy a disc that you own the game. You don't own anything. If you read, if you buy a new game on disc or if you buy it on a digital game front, both you always get to see like this text at first that you need to acknowledge like that you've read it, where the rights are what you have, and they are exactly the same when buying a game on disc or when you're buying a game digitally. Look at the Crew. You can have a disc from the Crew on your PlayStation 4, but it's a nice coaster right now because you can't do anything with it anymore because it won't work anymore.
Damn. It happened to me with Friday 13th, the game. It happened to me with Friday 13th. I own the game in like four different platforms and none work. None.
Yeah.
None work. I mean, I log into it. I can't get into the game. I can't play it. Even with the bots, I cannot play the game. It's done. It's shut down. All I can see is Jason breathing on the screen, and that's it. It just doesn't load up. Just doesn't load up. But I'm happy I got to play the game. I'm happy I went through the game. It was a lot of fun. But damn,
Yeah.
damn.
But
But
that's the game. Gaming is a service these days.
mhm.
Gaming is a service. No, you
Uh,
don't own any of your Switch games. If they will stop updating the game, or if they stop the servers of that one game, you have nothing. You have a plastic cartridge that doesn't do anything anymore.
at least it's
So,
worth. At least it's worth something in the future because Nintendo games are worth something always in the future.
mhm. Simple fact. I got a few Nintendo Switch games here. Perfect. I've got a perfect example.
I got one here too. Let me go get it.
I got a perfect. I've got the Arkham trilogy on Nintendo Switch here.
Let's see now.
Only Arkham Asylum is on here.
Hmm.
Arkham City and Arkham Knight are not on the cartridge. If Nintendo would ever pull the plug on the servers, I can't access the games that I bought anymore. And I can't do anything about it.
Yep. Let me see where it says it here because usually it says the license thing. Let me see. The game includes feature required on a Nintendo account. Blah blah blah. It's that one right here, but it doesn't say it though. La instrucción de seguridad. Let me see. It says some settings. Because usually these games say it. They say it on the back. Like I read from even PlayStation 4 era, they were saying talking about it that that they can pull the plug and that's it. You probably can't use it anymore. It's insane. It's insane how things have changed for us. Like back in the day, of course, when you bought them, it was, even though it was a license, but you pretty much own the game. All you have to do is get the system. But things have changed a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Things have changed a lot. They have. They have. They have.
Absolutely. The games is a game. Gaming these days is a service. It's not a fact that you own these games anymore. And yeah, and that's also that makes sense from out of a business perspective. I'm not happy with it. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm like, yeah, we don't own the games anymore. But out of the perspective of the publishers, it makes sense that we don't own anything. Because this way they can resell us these games like in 10 years from now on a different platform, remastered a little bit, and we're good to go.
Yep. Yep. Man, chat has been on a roll today. Shout out to the 40 people here on the show. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. And also hit that bell. Man, Maurice, they got a lot of questions for you today.
Yeah.
What people really should be against is online only games like Gran Turismo 7, which is offline but requires a connection to play. Oh, Lord. Interesting.
There are games that have that, Mike. There are definitely games that still have that, but it's still, even if you read
The fine print.
the fine prints, you
Yes.
don't own anything.
Nope. It's done. I mean, even when the PlayStation was down the other day for 24 hours, wasn't it? That there
Mhm.
was some people out there that did have issues to load up even their physical games.
Yeah.
That tells you a lot. I know. A lot of people went out there and said that was a fake thing or anything, but in the end of the day, though, even though it didn't happen to you, right? But it can happen to someone else. That's something I keep telling people. Keep telling people that happens. That happens. So basically, some people it does, some people it doesn't, which is good if it didn't happen to you. But in the end, though, that doesn't mean it can happen. You know.
It can happen. It's not
Mhm.
and we've seen it happen already. We've seen it happen with Concord last year. We've seen it happen with the Crew one. We've seen it happen with
Yeah, Concord.
Babylon's Fall. We've seen
Oh
it
yeah.
happen. We've seen it happen a couple of times already, where games came out on disc that are now literally coasters where you can put on your glass on, and it's like, no, perfect, thank you, and that's it.
That's it. Yeah, 100%. 100%. It does happen. I still own Concord, says such.
I still own Concord. Hey, I'm one of the guys that actually thought that Concord was not a bad game.
Yeah, I give him
Yeah,
my
I
2 cents.
know.
Yeah, but the thing is, it started to compare with everything else, saying that it was better than Overwatch. It was better than this. And when you get that idea after you read it, you're like, oh yeah, let me go check it out. I was like, that was a big mistake. They should
And I'm
just.
gonna say, something really bad right now, and I think some fanboys are gonna hate it for what I'm gonna say right now.
What are gonna say?
I think that Concord would have been a success if it also came out on Xbox.
Oh, that too. That too. If it would have been an everywhere game, not only that, it should have. I've always said if you got a competitor out there like Overwatch, right? Not only with
Mhm.
Overwatch, you also got more rivals. I mean, chat. You remember I said this, and I repeat this again. Today, a news came out that Overwatch devs came out and saying, "Oh man, Marvel Rivals has been kicking our butts. They gave us pressure." That's the type of thing I was talking about the other day. Like Marvel Rivals is going to put the pressure on you guys. Get ready. You got to get better with this game. And now they sat down. They said, "Yep, we gotta go out there and make it better because man, we're losing fans, right?" That's the important thing. That's what competition is all about in gaming, not in consoles. Because at the end of the day, look, we got Maurice in here explaining to you that graphically, when you look at the games, 99.8%, they look the same on both consoles. They may be run they may run different, but they look the same though, right? Um,
Oh, by
then
the way, Arthur Morgan, thank God PlayStation 6 will have disk drive. It will be optional. They already showed it
Mhm,
with the PlayStation 5 Pro. They're
mhm.
gonna bring out, if there will be a PlayStation 6, definitely there will be a PlayStation 6, of course. It will be 100% for sure a digital only system with a disk drive optional.
Wow. Like they have it now, right? Which is I like that idea too. I like the idea that it's optional. That's one of the things I like about the new PS5s, right? That you got the option. Like if you want to put the disc, you can put the disc. If you don't, just put it to the side. You don't have to go out there and buy like the whole console to get the disc drive, But it's a
Hmm.
good feature. So at least I give them credit for that good feature. The only thing I don't give them credit is about the stand. They gotta have the stand in there, but hey, they gotta make the money.
I got the stand. I got the stand.
You got the stand. You fell for the trick. You fell for the trick. It's like phones
I
now. When you
fell for
buy
the trick. I actually
what
bought the stand. Wait, I will show it to you.
when you
I got
buy it's like when you buy iPhones, man. They tell you, whoa, they got the iPhone, but the plug you got to pay for it. I'm like, God damn it.
I got it. I got it. I got the stand. Look at it. I got the stand for the PlayStation 5 Pro. Yeah, yeah.
You got the stand.
I went in.
Oh, man. All right, which one, TJ? Let me see. Oh, John TJ with another beautiful and awesome $2 super chat. He says the next Xbox will be a PC in disguise for $800. No, TJ, no. Listen, TJ, listen. We do not want console to cost that much. 600 should be top price for a console. 600 should be top price. I mean, Maurice, I think you agree with me because $800, we're talking literally almost top PC level, almost there.
Hmm.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money right there to buy a console for. But I mean, Maurice, I got a question. What would you like this since you brought it up? What would you like to see next on these consoles? Like, what features would you like them to have next? Like what accessibility you want them to have? Because to be honest, I see more accessibility into all the platforms than anything on the next consoles. What would you like on these
More
consoles
play
next?
anywhere. More play anywhere.
Yeah, that is an awesome
I
feature.
think I think that's one of the best features there are. If I want to play my, it makes no sense actually if you think about it to buy a game twice. I got the game on PlayStation with that. It should be that I have the disc and I put it in my PlayStation. I can play the PlayStation version, and if I put the disc in my Xbox, I should play the Xbox version of the game. That's what I want. That's what I want to see. I'm so done with different versions of the game. Like I said, I'm going back to the Blu-ray version. It makes no sense if you buy a Blu-ray player from Sony and you need to buy a different Blu-ray disc to play on that system. And if I buy a Pioneer Blu-ray player, I need to buy a different Blu-ray to play the same movie. If you think about it, it makes zero sense.
Wow, that's a good question, Louis. Would you buy the next Xbox even at 800? That's a good question. I mean, uh, it's $800 because the thing is, El Nini, this is what you guys need to understand, right? For you guys, it's 800, but for me in Dominican, because it depends on the coin and the exchange rate, right? Like for example, my dollar right now is at 62.25 pesos to a dollar. So imagine that. Plus, that's without the taxes. So if you add the taxes, right? If you add the taxes, holy smokes! If you add them taxes, whew, it goes up to pretty much $1,100 console. And so it's like I have to pay for the console almost 80,000. Let me see. I mean, it depends on how the dollar is going to be because we have a feeling the dollar is going to be at 70 pesos per dollar during that time. So imagine you that I had to pay 74,000 pesos for a console. It's like paying $74,000 for an Xbox. If you look at it that way. But damn, it's expensive.
Hmm.
It's going to be expensive for me. So yeah, I have to sit down and do the math for that one, or wait to a price drop for me to get it because $800. Oh Lord, man, it's no. It's going to be a $90,000 console, pretty much. Yeah,
And I saw one of the guys saying
yeah.
Steam. How does Steam benefit from Play Anywhere? Steam doesn't benefit from anything Play Anywhere, but I wish Steam would have been integrated with Xbox systems. That would
Mhm.
be amazing. That would
Mhm.
be super cool if we got like we can play our Steam library on a console. That would be so fun. You know, you see how great Steam Deck is doing. You know, I had zero idea Steam Deck would do anything, but now the Steam Deck is one of the most sold handheld PCs out there. And wow, I wasn't expecting that at all. I got a ROG Ally, and I love these handheld PCs. It's
Yeah.
so good. And but I on my Ally I got 5 storefronts. I want one storefront for all the games that I own. That would be the best, but that's almost impossible, of course. Maybe if Xbox would buy Steam, maybe, but otherwise I don't see it happen. But it would be really cool if
Oh,
that.
that would be amazing if they do. They go in there and like, yeah, let's go get Steam. Let's bring it over here. You know, that's gonna get a lot of people mad. They'll be like, no,
No.
because
But yeah,
because
yeah.
it's funny though because it's like how I tell people this. Well, PlayStation games are not on Xbox, but you can access to them just through Boosteroid. You can use Boosteroid to play these games.
Hmm.
GeForce Now to play these games too. I mean, if you can get them to work on GeForce Now, then you can play them GeForce Now. You can access them through your Xbox. At the end, they say, "Whoa, it's not in the Xbox system." If I can access it and play it, for me, it's on the system. I don't care what you say, it's on there.
Hmm.
Even though I have to use a different platform, but I can access it and enjoy the game. Plus, that's a buy for Sony. If I buy it through Boosteroid, if I buy it through GeForce Now, it's a buy for them. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you got to buy it, to use those cloud services, right? You got to buy it to load it up in there. And hell, it's a great way to try those games out rather than your Xbox, you know. And that's the point. It's a way. This is where it's going to change. I find it like you're right. Like these consoles should be made now for accessible, more for the accessible side. Like have storm fronts in there, pretty
Yeah.
much everything for you to grab your games and put them on there. I mean, I would love to have a Steam in my Xbox. I would love to have the
Yeah, or
Plus in
maybe
my
more
Xbox.
Game Pass. You know, if Game Pass
Yeah,
would come to Nintendo Switch too, I would love to
Mhm.
have Game Pass on the Nintendo Switch too.
I would too.
I would scream my lungs out. I would like finally. That
Yep.
would make so much sense to have Game Pass on the Nintendo Switch too. You know, get something like Hellblade 2 on the go or Avowed. Avowed would be an amazing Nintendo title.
Hmm. It would be. I mean, you're playing it, you're enjoying it. Even Sourblow came over here and picked on me, saying that I haven't played it yet. When life gets in the way, you got to deal with life. And then we'll come back to gaming. Because, hey, things happen, right?
I'm 100% with Raichi. Thank you for the super chat. The next Xbox shouldn't have expansion card scam. I'm completely with you on that one. At first, the first year that expansion card was like, yes, super cool. But now that all these SSDs are way cheaper for a PlayStation 5 console to put in one of those, yeah, it makes no sense anymore to have these expansion cards. So
Yeah.
200% with you on that one.
Yeah, I mean that expansion card idea is pretty cool at first, but at the end though, I mean you have to, in order to get it, you just have to buy that specific one.
Yeah, it's
In
much too
order,
expensive.
it's much
You
more
know, a
expensive
one
to,
terabyte costs like 219 euros or something. And if I want to buy a 1 terabyte for my PlayStation 5 Pro, I pay like $100 or so. So the difference is too much. It's 100% too much. The first year of this generation, perfectly fine.
Yep.
Now, shit.
Hmm. I mean, for the 2 terabyte, how much is it? $300, 350?
Yeah,
Oh
way too
my
much.
god,
Insane. You can buy
insane!
literally buy an Xbox Series S for that.
John TJ with a beautiful and another awesome $5 super chat says Valve Steam is worth 12 billion and it is a private company. Yeah, Xbox should go for it. I mean, 100%. They should go get them. They should go get them. I mean, if they can, awesome. I mean, it all depends if Gabe Newell wants to sell, though. If he wants to sell, hell, go sell it.
And let Microsoft finally make Half-Life 3.
Oh, dear Lord. Oh, my God. I mean, Maurice, when do you think that's going to happen? Oh, my God, Maurice, we're going to get old. We're not going to get that game.
Cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria, I think.
Oh, dear Lord. I don't know when that's going to happen because people have been craving that game for the longest of time. Probably when we get probably 60 years old, we're probably going to get it. Oh, the time we like retired from all this. Like, I'm not gaming anymore. I just, what.
Hmm.
That would probably be it, man. That's one of those stories that needs a conclusion, right?
Yeah, definitely. But I
Definitely.
paid 45 euros for a 1 TB SSD. Yeah.
Nice. I actually
Yeah,
got it for a
USB
good price.
SSD. They do work, but they only work with games that are still Xbox One or Gen 9 aware. So they do work USB SSDs, but not like we want it to be.
Ah, Arthur Morgan says everything is expensive right now. Even egg costs $12. Yeah, that's why I'm telling you, Xbox is a great place to game. I mean, I keep telling everyone, stop with the ego stuff because a lot of people that are out there with their egos about PlayStation. Yeah, I buy my games. You know, I'm the man with all this stuff. I'm like, dude, you're spending $70. Get yourself a game. Get yourself an Xbox, man. You can save the money. Money saving is important. I keep saying
Xbox
that.
has one of the most important incentives out there. It's
Hmm.
not exclusives. It's
Oh.
not a dual sense controller with force feedback. It's Game Pass. Game Pass is the ultimate incentive you got on Xbox, because I have got Xbox Game Pass Ultimate last 2-3 weeks ago or something. I got Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. That game costs $50 on PlayStation 5, and it was $0 extra for me on the Xbox. Indiana Jones costs 80 euros here in the
Hmm.
Netherlands on PlayStation 5. I got it basically, yeah, I'm not going to say it's for free. I got it within my subscription service directly. I could play it, gaming as a service. And, I don't care if I don't own the game. I want to play the game. I have games on disc. I don't care. You can have them. I just want to play those games. I don't care if I have like a disc in at home of that game. I want to enjoy the game. It's about gaming, not enjoying to have your a lot of plastic boxes in your house and stuff.
Yeah.
It's that's what I love.
Yeah, I mean, I keep telling these guys about this. Like, Maurice, I know you're given for back in the day. Like, you talk about how you played in Phillips, right? I keep telling them that back in the day, we had in order to play games, we had to grab these things, these big things, put them inside a suitcase, right? And that wasn't the heavy part. The heavy part was putting in those cartridges, putting in those CDs. I mean, I don't know about you, Maurice, but I had cases of CDs that were this big, holding up to 100 CDs. And it got to a point where you actually did own almost like 100 games. It got to that point. Or 50 games or 40 games. But what are you going to do? Pack those 40 boxes inside a suitcase? No, you got the CD case and put the CDs in there to take them with you. But in the end, though, it was weight.
Mhm.
Nowadays, with that digital store and everything that's happening, how Xbox has expanded, for other horizons, like you can play your games elsewhere. It's a beautiful thing. People don't realize that you don't have to carry that heavy thing. All you got to do is take your controller, or take your Fire Stick, or take your ROG Ally, or take your cell phone with the attachment, or even on your laptop. Just load in, play your games. That's it, and continue on where you were at. It's a beautiful thing.
Dude, I got my Nintendo Switch right here. I don't have the controllers on it because I have them somewhere else.
Yep, I have one.
On this Nintendo Switch, I got over 150 games. I got a 1 terabyte SSD in this thing. Over 150 games on this thing. This is 3 games. This is 150 games.
Damn, 150 games. Holy shit! Just in the Nintendo Switch. Well, on Xbox, I got 600 plus.
I'm not gonna. Yeah.
Marty's like, I'm not gonna tell you how many games I have. I probably have like 5,000 games in there.
Over 4,000.
God damn, Marissa, it's a big ass library. 4,000 games? Oh, that man, you can't even go through a lifetime and not finish 4,000 games.
And I got, I think I got on my Xbox, I got at least 4,000. My PlayStation 5 has around 1,000 games. And the Nintendo Switch is maybe like 200-300.
200-300. Holy smokes! Like I said, I got 600. How about on your Steam though? On your Steam, Maurice, that's probably
Oh no, it's all legal, Dolomite. Every game on my Nintendo Switch I bought legally. But
yes.
I buy everything, or I must say that I get a lot of games for free. 90, I think 99% of the games on my Xbox I got for free because I make content on them from the publisher. So
That's awesome.
I didn't buy a lot of these games, but PlayStation games, I buy them when it's on sale. I bought like these collections, like the BioShock collection for like $5, and you get BioShock 1, 2, and 3. And I buy the Arkham collection for like $5 or $10, and you get like a lot of games. And same I do for the Nintendo Switch. If they're on sale, I buy them. I literally bought Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice, the first one, on the Nintendo Switch last week, just because I was curious how it looks, and it was like $8 or so.
Wow.
You cannot resell it, but I don't want to resell it. I'm not buying games to resell them.
Yeah. I
I
mean.
buy games to play them. I
Mhm.
don't buy them for somebody else. I buy games for myself, not
Yep.
for somebody else. So that you cannot resell them is, for me, that says nothing to me. It's literally nothing. I don't care. I don't even want to resell my games.
Mhm.
I want
Mhm.
to have a big ass library of games that when I want to get back to one of the games I want to play, or that got a update
Yeah.
or whatever, I can get back into that game right away without even having to open up these discs. Yeah, this is the best game ever, of course. Baby shark, do 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 do. Okay, there goes. But I don't even need these stupid things. I don't want them.
Wow. Guys, PSA, if you want to play Days Gone for free, you better play it now while it's on the PlayStation Store. Once the remake drops, Sony's pulling out of the store to force you to pay. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, dear Lord. Some more slander on PlayStation.
Thankfully, I already bought Days Gone for like $10 or so.
Yeah, I
I'm
already
good.
own it too. I'm good. I'm good with the game. I already own it. Already own it. I buy them to sit on my hard drive and play before the first hour, then spend all the time playing FM and COD. Damn. Lucy the Clown. Let me see. The Xbox system, will Xbox combine the Xbox OS and Windows next generation? Do you believe that's going to happen, Maurice? I think so
Well, it,
too.
it, it already runs on Windows, so I don't see a difference.
Hmm.
So the Xbox is already Windows.
What is going to be interesting though is when Windows 12 drops, because I mean, just Ronald said they're really updating the PC store, right?
Hmm.
So I think by Windows 12 comes by, this is I think that's going to be the next Xbox, console with that OS in there.
Hmm.
It's going to have that OS, and it's just going to be gorgeous. It's going to be beautiful. Let's see. Let's see if we can get the final questions in here, right, chat? Maurice, what do you think people say it would be better for everyone if Xbox still left the industry? Why?
Well, only dumb people say that.
Exactly. It's not a good thing for business. It's not a good thing for consumer that are us. It's not a good thing. These people that go out there and cheer for this, they don't understand what is the effect. It's like,
Let's be honest. The people that say that Xbox should leave the industry are fanboys, and
yep,
really dumb fanboys most of the time.
yep.
Like literally the lowest tier of fanboys on YouTube that are telling they barely have any working brain cells. They I wonder how they go to the toilet without wiping their asses, because I think they don't even know how to do that, because it's so incredibly dumb. Yeah, sorry, but that's like lowest tier people that say that would be better for the industry.
I mean, how could you say it's better? I mean, I try to understand why do people think it's better. I mean, like for example, yesterday they did a quick show, right? About how Xbox Series X already drew in 80 billion. When you sit there, you look at it, you're like, wow, it drew in 80 billion, but it's just revenue, it doesn't matter. Okay, but explain to me, when you bring in $80 billion, how is that not good? I
Yeah.
mean, Maurice, Have you drawn in $80 billion to your pocket yet? I mean, tell
Nope.
me, no. I mean, if we had $80 billion, we'd be out there. Part of it would be in Dubai. We'll be, even having our own private jet, so we don't be scared, because we know how our jet runs and everything. No, everything will be fine. Just get out of here. Let's go party. Let's get a yacht. Let me buy a yacht in Dubai and have a lot of fun. But at the end of the day, though, it's like I always said, we don't want these companies to leave. We want them to compete. We want them to go out there, compete with their content, right? Want
Yeah.
to go out there, compete, and get us what we love to do on this, and that is to play games. The thing is that people like to console war because I don't know why. It's like
Oh, I know why console war is. It makes really easy content.
oh, it does, huh?
Really, yeah. I'm 100% sure that only the worst YouTubers out there do console war because they don't know anything else. They
Oh,
can't make good content. So if you can't make good content, you do console wars, you be negative. Negative content is always the easy way. That's
clickbait.
playing YouTube on easy mode. You know what's really hard? Making positive content about
It is
gaming.
hard. It is hard. It
That's
is hard.
really hard.
It is
People
hard.
like you and me making positive content about gaming, make it about gaming, not about the finances of a console, the
Hmm.
developer or what. I don't care if Sony sold 65 million copies. The only people that should care that they sold 65 million copies are the stockholders of
Yep.
Sony.
Yep.
Those are the people that care about it. They have money in it. They make money from it. We, the consumers, I don't make a single dime from the fact that they made 65 million consoles. It has zero incentive for me. If Microsoft does 30 million or if it has like 65 million, I I don't care. I want to play
Yep.
video games. I want to play a game. I want to play the next Doom, and I don't care if you play the next Doom on the PlayStation 5 or on the Xbox Series
Hmm.
S. For my put it on Nintendo Switch too. I don't care. Enjoy the game. That's the only thing that matters. That really
But
is the only thing that matters. And
so
it's not only PlayStation fanboys. There are also a couple of Xbox fanboys that I'm like, oh my goodness gracious, shut the beep up, you dumbass.
yeah, I know it gets tiring because like they don't understand how is Xbox competing out there. Like for example, Safo says that's what I hate about MS putting games on other platforms. When these companies compete, I benefit. I don't like all the kumbayas BS. Here's the thing, though, Safo. Right at the end, how if they were putting it out for free, then we can say something. But hey, they're making money. So that
Yeah.
automatically, at the end of the day, this business is all about money. Not like I keep on telling people a lot. Because why do I sit here and talk a lot about financials sometimes? Because a lot of people go out there and tend to worry because they hear other people out there, content creators and everything, saying, "Well, it's dead, it's gone, it's everything." So I had to sit down here, look for information because the problem with this stuff is that you really got to dig in information in order to post it out here and say, okay, what's the positive, what's the negative, how are things are going. So I sit here and talk financials sometimes so people understand that Xbox is doing fine. Why are you so scared about? Well, because this guy said this. Oh, he said that? Okay, I mean, at the end of the day, that's his opinion. If he believes that, then I cannot change his opinion. But over here, right, I'm telling you, and how I see things, it's it's working fine for them. Like for example, getting the game out there to other platforms, the one that's benefiting is the consumer and the company. How is the consumer getting benefit? Well, I don't have to go and buy an Xbox. Okay. People are like, yeah, I want to see the Xbox being sold. Okay. But at the end of the day, though, where does Xbox make its money? In the games, in the content and services. So if you do buy the game, you automatically become an Xbox consumer because you're already getting the game on there and playing the game that's from an Xbox first party studio. That's the side people don't see and don't they analyze that part. It's really important that they're actually doing this because at the end of the day, though, right, they're racking in the money and that's what they want. Like I keep telling you, when you look at the financial part, you see hardware sales down. Oh, okay. How is content and services? Oh, it's up. That's what I want to see. Now, if that goes down, I worry. I'm like, oh, these guys are not doing a good job because that's where they make the money. If it's not growing, we have a problem right here, you
Yeah.
know. And that's how it is. But at the
And
end,
it's
it's like
simple.
it's
It's a
simple.
simple choice. It's a
Yeah.
simple choice. You know, on Xbox, you can play the same games as you can on PlayStation. The only difference is on Xbox, you pay $150 to play a couple of hundred games that are day one on the system, like Indiana Jones, Avowed, all those games. You get them day one in your subscription service. And on the other platform, you need to pay $80 for it. It's simple
Mhm.
as that. If you
So,
want to pay $80 for Indiana Jones, pay $80 for Indiana Jones. No problem. But I'm way happier that I got that game for practically free on my Xbox. It's the same game. There's no difference. It's
and
exactly the same game.
and another thing, Safo, trust me, there is competition between games. That's the competition that we should talk about, right? That's something I keep on telling people because a lot of people focus on just the console because it's console war, right? It's like Maurice says it. It's console wars, negative content is what gets the clicks, right? Talking positive about it, it's a hard thing. Like for example, how many times have I mentioned on here, hey, Overwatch, you're gonna get competition with more rivals. You are. And I'm actually happy they're getting competition because hey, a lot of people have been saying Overwatch is kind of dead, it hasn't gone anywhere. But now with more rivals out there, they're gonna have to push the buttons and say, "Hey, we gotta get this better." But more rivals is kicking our ass, and that's the type of competition I want to see. That's the things I want to. For example, horror games. Let's sit down real quick with horror games. What is the number one big horror game that is now has a ton of sequels? People enjoy. They did a switch around from the horror. They went into action horror. That is Resident Evil. Resident Evil is one of the best games out there for horror games. I mean, they did Evil Within. Evil Within was not a bad game, but did it compete with Resident Evil? Yes, it did. But did it take over Resident Evil? No, it didn't. It wasn't as popular. Callisto Protocol, on Dead Space, those type of games, they go out there and compete with each other. That's that type of competition we gotta look at to say, man, I played Callisto Protocol, man, and man, I recommend it. It's a really scary game, really fun. Man, I play Silent Hill. It's scary, it's fun. That's the things, and I sit there and start comparing. Okay, how was Silent Hill 2 better than Resident Evil? Stuff like that is what we should be talking about instead of going out there and saying, "Oh yeah, this PlayStation sold this much, Xbox sold that much." Who at the end of the day, so if it's so cool, if it didn't, how is that going to make me happy? I want to play his games. And John TJ with the $5 super chat says, I mean, full Windows on the next Xbox so we can download Steam. I'm with you there. I mean, if that happens, TJ, and like I said, there's going to be a big technological leap. Let's see when they start talking about it because I'm really interested to see what is going to be that big technological leap we're going to enjoy. I'm being honest though. I want to see that. I want to see that happen. So, Maurice, anything else you want to add on, brother? Because I mean, I've already taken 2 hours off your time, bro. I mean, damn.
Oh
It's been
no, no,
2 hours.
no. No, I'm happy. I already told to you if we two are going to talk to each other, then it will be a blah 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 blah.
Oh, I know
So
it will be.
I knew that would happen. So I took all the time there is. But
Oh, okay, okay. No, no. If you want to keep on going, we can keep on going for another 30 minutes. I'm up to it. I mean, if you want to, that's your choice. I mean, if you got something to do, I'm up for 30 more minutes.
oh, but
Fine.
this is also a great one, Mystic Fragments. Yeah, if I
Yeah.
make a video about Avowed sucks and Avowed is a great game, of course, the video that tells about this is bad about the game and that's bad about, I can literally make a video if I wanted to. I could make a video about every big, super duper, ultra mega Sony exclusive, and I can put it in the ground if I wanted to. I can find, I can always find something wrong with a game. I can always find something wrong. No problem. That's easy mode. The hard mode is being positive about a game. I am positive about Avowed. I'm gonna be even more honest. I was even positive about Concord. And I'm gonna be even more honest. I was even really positive about Redfall. I thought Redfall was a pretty well made game.
Yep.
It was broken. There were problems with it, but it was an okay game. It was not a bad game. A bad game is a bad game, and I can tell you about bad games. I've played some bad games. If you watch in the Nintendo eShop, you have like these like mock games like the us is the last or something, whatever kind of crap they have. Those are bad games. That's really bad. Louis, don't leave me alone with these people. No, but it makes a bad game is nothing that there's so many levels in what is bad. A bad game is a game that doesn't work. That's poorly developed. That's cheap. That's only out there to make people think about giving them money, but there's no heart in it. And I know for a fact that people put their hearts in something like Concord. They put their hearts in something like Avowed. They put their hearts in something like Redfall. It's not that bad, those games, but I do think that a lot of people have like the idea. Oh my goodness, I need to be really really nasty about this game because this other YouTuber told me so. To tell them that it's a really bad game. I check the game if I like the game, and if I like the game, I don't care what other people say. If I thought Avowed was a really fun game, it's like a little bit more accessible for many people. It's my first. How did I call it this weekend? It's the Elder Scrolls meets Fallout built with Skittles, but it's really easy to get into. I read some reviews that were like complaining about this game because it was too easy to get into. Come on, when is it good? When is it good enough? When is it good enough? Is Gollum as bad as they say? Yes,
Yes.
Gollum is as bad as they say.
That has got to be the worst game out there.
That's one of the worst games out there. It's still not the worst game I've ever played.
Oh,
Definitely not. Oh God, no.
What was the worst game? What was the worst game?
Oh my God, I played it on my Nintendo Switch. I did a video on it.
Which
I think
one was
that's
it?
wait. I'm gonna search for. I don't even know the name anymore.
It's so bad.
So bad. Yeah, King Skull Island. Also, that one is even worse than Gollum.
Kong Skull.
But
Kong
I've
Skull
got
Island,
one.
yeah.
I've got one that's even that takes
Wow.
Call of Honor Duty of Warfare on the Nintendo Switch.
What was that name?
Horrendous.
What
Yeah,
was that game? What? What's the name of that game?
Call of Honor Duty
Call-
of Warfare.
Call of Honor, Duty of Warfare. Oh dear Lord.
Yes.
So it's like they put it.
Yes.
They put it. They put
Yes.
it for the For Honor game. They put the title For Honor. Plus they put it.
And I got one that's even worse than that one. Wait a second. I'm gonna find it right now. Where is it? Oh yeah. The Last Hope. The Last Hope on the Nintendo Switch. It's The Last of Us mockbuster. And it literally looks like The Last of Us. You can see it right here. The Last Hope. I did a video on it. And this is definitely one of the worst games I've ever played. It's utter crap. It's so bad. So bad. You have no idea. The only thing that made that game sell is the title and the thumbnail for that game. Holy Moses.
Oh my
And
God! This is basically a GoldenEye type game. I'm seeing
yeah.
it. Oh my God! Call of Honor Duty. Jesus. Oh my God! I'm actually watching. Oh Lord, this looks. Oh no, this looks bad. This looks bad.
And the
Oh my.
worst game on Xbox, my personal worst game on Xbox I've ever played is Horse Racing 2016.
What? Really?
Horse Racing 2016 is the worst game on Xbox. If you can find one game that's worse than that, and it even has an achievement list.
I don't know which one. I think
Horse Racing 2016. That's literally how it's called.
I know. I saw. I'm watching it right now. Oh, dear, Maurice, you do play everything. Jesus. Oh dear Lord. I mean, oh Lord, Maurice is probably like me that when I talk about the fishing games, that I love to play fishing games. I like to sit
I
down.
played some crap. I played some
Yep.
crap.
Oh Lord. That Call of Honor, I'm just laughing my butt off. It's like literally you're trying to copycat Call of
Yeah,
Duty.
yeah, yeah. That's how they try to say it's like it's really bad. So a pony racing game is the worst game on Xbox. Who would have thought? I didn't even think about it like that.
Yep.
But yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah. It's definitely there's also like a simulator where you are bullfighting. I think it's called El Toro or something on the Xbox.
Oh Lord.
Holy moly, that game is bad.
Are you serious? They even made a bullfighting game?
They made a bullfighting game, and it's one of the worst games you've ever seen.
It's called Bullfighting Game Bull Games. What?
No, no,
No.
no, 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 no.
Not
El
that?
El Toro, I think it's
El
called
Toro
Toro.
Toro game. Okay.
Toro game.
El Toro game. Here you go. Oh no. I can't
Yeah.
believe. No, no, no. Okay. Hey Maurice, you came up with some
I
game.
win. I win. You know, if
You
somebody tells to
you
me
win.
like, "Oh,
You win, man.
Maurice Kong Skull Island is the worst game I've ever played," no, no,
No.
there are worse games. Children of Zeus was removed after 1 day on Xbox. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's really bad.
Oh dear Lord. Oh dear Lord. I just can't believe you played a horse jockey game.
It's there are some bad games on the system.
Oh yeah, there are. There are. I mean, there are a ton of them. I mean, there are a ton of them, and sometimes they do tend to get better because I mean, I love how you mentioned Redfall, right? Because Redfall, for example, when I first played it, I played it when it was released. Then I heard it had a save problem, so I said, let me just put it to a side because I have a problem with save problem games. Because it happened to me with Witcher 3 after I lost 30. And you know what? How when you lose 30 hours of Witcher 3, you know how painful that is, right? It's oh my god, especially a game like that where you put a lot of hard work. I mean, I can imagine Avowed has pretty much the same leveling system because Sourblow said he has 16 hours in and he's only level 7. Holy smokes. And you
Yeah,
must really work to level up in that game then. And so when I saw them ref, I said, okay, I'm just going to put it to sideway till they fix it. And once they put the 60 FPS patch, I was like, what the hell am I playing? I mean, this game got hard. All of a sudden, like the vampires are faster, the bad
Mhm.
guys shoot better. I'm like, damn, this is a challenge. I had to run around like a headless chicken trying to hide. And everywhere I hit, though, the other guys came around and shot me. I'm like, what the hell happened to this game? It got better. It's one of those games I recommend and tell
I I
everyone.
I I literally had people saying they didn't want to follow me anymore on my channel because I was positive about Redfall.
Oh Lord, are you serious? Oh
Yeah, yeah,
man,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
horrible. That's horrible. I mean, when I mean we listen. Some games released like for example, look at Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 released. It was a bit messy, buggy mess, right? It released like a buggy mess. But did that make the game bad at the end of the day? Well, you bump into that. What you got to do is load it up and keep on going. Now, did they fix it along the way? Yes. The game even released without a new game plus, and people play that game.
yeah.
Now, at the end, though, everything got better for them. And yeah, right now it's a fun game to go ahead and buy and play. It's going to be a good game. So, why didn't people demolish Spider Man? Because it had bad graphics. No, it's easier to go out there, demolish Redfall, or demolish, an Xbox game because, again, the negative content is what sells. Incredible.
Yep. So simple is it.
Incredible.
It's simple as that. And indeed, illegal dead. I'm completely with you on that one. You know, Redfall recently, if you play it right now, it's a solid 7, and I'm completely with you on that one. It's no masterpiece, but it's a fun game to play. It's not a bad game.
Hmm. Sourblow asked me a question. Louis, are you the kind of player that plays Doom hiding? I dare you to hide in Doom. I triple dog dare you to try to find a hiding space in Doom. That's nearly impossible to find a hiding space in Doom. If you don't move, you're dead. I mean, that's how Doom is. You cannot hide in that game. It's impossible. Especially when you get around that map area, is just no hiding place. Because if you
No,
stop for 1 second, you
you're
got
dead.
you're dead. It's an impossible game to hide. You cannot hide.
They call those games run and gun.
Run and gun. Yep, run and gun. That's what it
Run and
is.
gun. That's what it is.
What do you think about the boxing game Undisputed? Ah, did you try that one, Maurice? The
Yeah, I
Undisputed
did
game?
try it.
How is it?
Fine. 6 out of 10, maybe something like that.
6 out of 10. It's not better than the Fight Nights.
No, definitely not.
No, and it still
No,
needs
it's
some
it's
work.
okay. It's one of those. I always call that budget bin gems. If you can get it for cheap out of the budget bin for like $10 or so, you're definitely gonna have some fun with it. But I would never bought it for like full price.
They did it. Have you not seen the exquisite gameplay? Yes, I did, Sourblow. I saw that guy go out there, show the gameplay of Doom, but he was in a hallway, though. In a hallway, you can actually hide for a little bit. But once you go out there in the open world area, I mean, that small open world area that all the bad guys are running around after you, there is no place to hide. You get your ass kicked no matter what. You can try to find a hiding space. You can climb up to the top, to the tallest of pillars and hide up there. But trust me, they will come and get you. They don't give a crap. Those demons don't give. It's like they're hungry for you. It's like, here you
Hmm.
go, big chunk of meat. Let's go get him. Especially him since he's all buffed up. It's like, beefy. Let's go grab him.
Let's get some.
Let's get some. Yeah.
That's how it works.
That's how it works. That's how it works at the end of the day. But yeah, Maurice, crazy stuff today, man. Like I always say,
Hmm.
like it's fun stuff. Like when we sit here, we talk about how these consoles work,
In
how
the end, let's be honest. In the end,
yeah.
it's all about the games. It's not about the hardware.
It's not about the hardware, but it's media that focuses a lot on hardware. That's why when I sit here and talk to you guys about financials, right? I sit here and I tell you guys this. Oh, there you go. Plume gave me he answered that, but he wants to ask you this again. Is the Xbox Series S really holding back gaming? Go ahead, Maurice. Answer Plume that question.
The Xbox Series S is not
Yes.
holding back gaming. It makes this generation better.
Yep. It does. It does. It does. I mean, it's media that says that because they underestimate the power of that little console. And Maurice is on here all the time, doing his testing, doing everything. Like I said, in the description down below, there's right there. He has all his 3 channels posted on there. Go ahead and subscribe so you can know when Maurice posts videos, you can see what games he's testing. He'll tell you straightforward, if it's either worth the buy or it's either worth the wait, and he'll tell you how is it running and how beautiful it looks and everything right on the dot. Because like I said, though, they always underestimate that console, always, and it's a beautiful little
You know,
console that does
and you know
wonders.
what a fun fact is? On the Xbox Series S, you can play the same games that you can on the PlayStation 5 Pro.
Oh damn! Oh,
If it's on PlayStation 5 Pro, you can also play it on Series S.
and how is that holding it back then, huh?
Yeah, really strange.
Really
Hmm,
strange. Weird, huh?
really strange.
Weird, huh?
How are they doing that? No, if anything is holding back anything, it's PC because not everybody has a high-end GPU.
Oh,
So,
damn.
yeah,
Ooh, I'm gonna
if
hand this one now.
I'm out of this one. Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
it's
hand this
true.
one.
It's true because they need to optimize it for the lowest tiers of GPU. So if there's anything console gamers should worry about, is the PC. Because
Yeah.
all games are made on a PC. They are all using PC things. There's not a single game that's made on a console. So if anything should go, it's PC that we need to look at. And the lowest tier is I think like 1060 GPUs that games are still running on, and that's like way lower than the Series S. So no, Series S is not holding back anything. I'm gonna even say it right now, and I said it before already. The Nintendo Switch 2 that comes out later this year will be slower than the Series S. 100% will be slower than the Series S.
Wow.
Is the Nintendo Switch holding back the next generation? No.
No. No, 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 no. Nintendo Switch is fine the way it is for now until the Switch 2 comes out, which we'll see how powerful the little beast is going to be. Let's see now. I mean, Marie says it's going to be less than the Series S. I wonder if they're gonna keep on complaining about, like yeah, the Series S is problem. It's the problem. It's holding back everything. I wonder if they start putting the games on the Nintendo Switch. What are
You
they
know,
gonna do?
the perfect interview. The only the interview you need to read about the Series S is the interview they had last week with the people on
Kingdom Come,
what
Kingdom Come.
from Kingdom Come Deliverance
Yeah,
2. They literally said we worked the hardest on the Series S version, and because we worked so hard on the Series S version, the game now runs better on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. So if anything, the Series S makes this generation of console gaming better on the bigger systems.
there you go. I called that too. I was talking about how the Kingdom Come days came out and talked about it.
Yep.
They talked about it, and it's a powerful little beast, guys. Believe it or not. It's just that the thing is that, for example, devs run into issues. A lot of these tech companies run into issues. Like, for example, when the Baldur's Gate 3 came out thing, that they couldn't get the split screen to work, they were like, "Yeah, the Series S is the problem." Yeah, Now, what happened after? Now, is it running? It's running. It's running there. It's running
By
there, and
by, by
it
the way,
works
the,
fine.
the co-op does work now on Series S.
Yes, it does. It's running right now. So again, it was the situation was with the dev, because if it run everywhere with the co-op and everything, I mean, there was a problem right there that they have with the Series S, but it's the dev that has to fix it, not the Series S, because the hardware is there, guys. The hardware is there.
I'm
It's done.
completely with you on this one, Illegal Dad. I believe without the Series
Yeah.
S, we would have had way more 30 FPS games on X and PlayStation 5.
Wow.
100%. 100% with you on that one. Especially in Unreal Engine 5.
We would have had more than that.
Yeah. Yeah, we already see it. I just did a video on Ambulance Live that came out last week. It's an open world game made in Unreal Engine 5. At first
Mhm.
you think Ambulance Live, but it's actually graphically a pretty impressive game, to say the least. And I did a video on it for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series S. Thankfully, I got a key for both systems, so I could test it out on both systems. And even on PlayStation 5 Pro, it runs at 30 FPS in Unreal
Oh,
Engine 5. So
do you think that's an issue with the engine, though, Maurice? That we're getting a lot, 30 FPS games.
yeah, definitely. I think that the Unreal Engine 5 is not 100% suitable for this generation of console games.
Hmm.
I think that's the biggest problem. I think they overestimated the Unreal Engine, and I think they overestimated FSR technology. I think they had the feeling that FSR would solve everything during this console generation, but it doesn't.
It doesn't, yeah, because it's like we talked about this, like, for the upscaling tech that they're using nowadays. That it's pretty much. When did this all start? This started this gen or last gen?
What?
The FSR and all that kind of
Oh,
stuff.
I think the first game I played was Myst Remake. That was the first game I made that had FSR upscaling. So yeah, that's it.
That's it. I mean, what was the
And that
Mist
was like
remake?
2 years ago.
Oh, 2 years ago. So this is
Yeah,
basically new tech in
but
here,
that was
man.
FSR 2.0, I think.
Oh,
We're
2.0.
now at
Okay.
FSR 3.3.1.
Oh yeah, because these are new techniques, and it's gonna take a while for people to master this.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna take
If you
a
see
while.
something like DLSS, that works so much better, so much better.
Oh, so okay. Out of all of them, the best one is DLSS, right?
Oh, definitely, 100%. If you have to put FSR next to DLSS, give me DLSS.
DVD. All right, that's cool. That's cool.
That's a big difference.
So
Halo
it's
coming to play. I can't wait for Halo and Forza to come to PlayStation. That would be
I,
such a great day.
yeah, that would be. I mean, I can't wait for
I
it to land over there. I mean, we're gonna
I
whip their
can't
butts.
wait to make
Yes,
content on those.
exactly.
It's gonna make
Yes.
me so much money.
Talk about the money.
That's the only thing I care about. Bring all games from Xbox to PlayStation,
Oh
please.
Lord, please.
It
So
would
so
make
so
me so much
so,
money.
so Maurice could go out there and Saturday and say, "Oh, it's better than the Xbox."
Oh,
Oh,
My goodness, it would make so much money for me. I would love to see all those games on PlayStation.
Just to throw that.
Today, please. Oh,
He's looking for the
best
cat.
day ever.
That's funny. That's funny.
Don't fight me. Oh, I would
Oh
love that.
Lord.
I would love to
I
see those
just
games.
But Reese, I find it funny though. We're here, we're having a good conversation. They come over here like, yeah, Xbox is third. Well, third Riggedy, he's an Xbox channel, which is true. He's pro Xbox, but okay, let's get it's like,
I do prefer playing on my Xbox. I'm not gonna be sugarcoating it. I've got three PlayStation 5s, but I still play more on my Xbox. Because I think the controller is, personally, I love the controller of the Xbox a little bit better, and yeah, that's it. And before you say anything, for the new people, yes, I got a PlayStation 5 Pro. I don't care,
he
but
does have a pro.
I still play more on my Series X. Yeah, sorry for that. If you don't like that, that's your
Damn.
problem.
Oh damn. Oh damn. You're killing him, Maurice. You're killing him. Killing him. Oh, they got a question for you. What do you think about Halo going to Unreal Engine 5?
Good for next generation, not for this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also hope that the Gears Day 1, or what's it called? The new
Gears E Day. Gears E Day.
Gears E Day. I hope it's going to be a launch game for the next generation of Xbox consoles. I really hope it's not going to release on the Xbox Series S or X. I really hope they will wait with those games, with the next iteration of Halo and Gears of War in Unreal Engine 5 for the next generation, because I want to really see the power of the Unreal Engine 5, and that's not something we are getting on this generation. I think this generation, the Xbox Series S, X, and PlayStation 5 and 5 Pro it feels like a mid-generation. It's not feeling like a true generation of consoles. The incentive to buy a new console this generation is so incredibly low, because 90% of all the games are still coming out on Xbox One and PlayStation 4. There's only like 1 in 10 games that are only on these newer consoles, and the newer engines that are really built for these consoles are not doing what they should do. So like Unreal Engine 5, it's meh at best. So yeah, I'm really hoping for a next gen console of Xbox. And I think personally, I hear a lot of people say that Xbox will probably come with something like the Steam Deck. And I think, I'm not gonna pin me on this one, but I think they're going to make a handheld Series S, so the same hardware as the Series S, as a handheld.
Oh, that would be mighty, man. That would be mighty and powerful.
Because
That.
two things. One, they already optimized the games for the Series S, so the optimizing for a handheld Series S would be super simple. And two, it would make sense for a lot of people to buy something like that. If that's like $300 or so, or maybe $350 or whatever, people would more easily buy something like that than if they bring another high-end console. Maybe they will do something like that. Maybe a high-end console that's like the Xbox Series Triple X. I don't know. And a handheld console next to it, like the Series S. I think something like that.
Xbox Series Triple X and have Vin Diesel come out there and say,
Yeah, groovy. It's all about family.
Yeah, it's all about family. Yeah. That would be so amazing. So they give Vin Diesel on there. Yeah, it's all about family. Yeah.
It's all about family.
Yeah. Oh man, don't listen. I'm tempted to hold it for the Xbox handheld, but I'm tempted to get a Switch too. I mean, dude, if you got the money, go for it, because TJ asked a question. What do you think the next Xbox Series release? I mean, I think they already came out there and said they're aiming for 2028. There's a lot of rumors saying it's 2026, but I think we're gonna start getting in tech conversations between 26 or 27, pretty much. But I think all these consoles are gonna be releasing in 28. What do you think?
I think they will first do a handheld console. I think that's the first
Yeah,
thing they
that's
will
gotta
bring,
come. Yeah.
and that will be on par with the Series S, I think.
Hmm.
And a true next gen console like an Xbox X or something, whatever, will
Yep.
be later down the road, like 2028, something like that.
Yep. Yep.
That's what I think. I really think that Xbox wants a handheld device like the Steam Deck. They
Hmm.
see what Steam Deck is doing, and maybe it will also be a little bit like the Nintendo Switch, that you can dock it in a docking system, and you can put your Xbox controller on that system, and you can use it on television. I think something like that will happen. It would make a lot of sense.
Vin Diesel or Mia Khalifa, they both represent that. Oh, dear Lord. Sourblow!
Well, I've seen all movies of both.
Oh, dear Lord.
Love both their movies.
The Xbox One should be called the Duke. Oh,
Yeah, that would be cool.
that'll
Something
be
like
called,
that.
yeah, the
Yeah.
Duke. Yeah, I mean that'd be
The
cool.
Xbox Duke.
The Xbox Duke, yeah, because of the old Duke controller. But please don't make it as big as the Duke controller, though. We want it, a nice little
You
simple
know,
thing.
a nice little system, and
Yeah,
that's like dockable, and
exactly.
something like Mia Khalifa is also dockable, and
Oh Lord. Oh
oh
Lord.
Lord,
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. You're going too far today. Oh Lord, Jesse James. Okay, look, I don't condone this,
don't
but
Google it.
okay, just don't Google it, just in case, though. But,
Don't Google it.
don't Google it, no. Jesse just right now on Google is like, who is me? Oh Lord, oh my God! Call the whole cost of the Duke and the handheld the Duchess.
She writes children books about pussies.
Oh no, she does not do that. No, 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 she doesn't. Oh dear Lord. Oh dear Lord, oh dear Lord, this is going too far.
This is going too far.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh man, oh man, oh man.
but
Maurice, will the Switch 2 be on par with the Series S? Maurice
I
says
think it will
no.
be a little bit lower. I think it will be
Yeah.
more into the range of like like 1080p 60 FPS. I think that's are you good? Wow, I just googled. Be right back.
Oh dear Lord. Oh dear Lord.
Let's see if he can pull it off.
Oh no, Lord, Lord. Yeah, Maurice thinks it's gonna be pretty low, but at the end,
No, not pretty low. I think it's
no,
going to be amazing. The Nintendo Switch is going to be amazing, but I do think it's going to be a little bit lower than a Series S.
yeah, a little bit, just a teensy bit, just a teensy bit. I mean, it's gonna be at the end of the day, though. As
Nintendo
long as
doesn't care about graphics. If
they
anything
don't,
that Nintendo learned us is that they don't care about the graphics.
they
They
care.
care about quality games, and it should always be about quality games and
The
not
fun
about the
factor.
graphics.
Yes, sir, the
The
fun
fun
factor.
factor.
It's like how I talk about this all the time. This is why I miss the old reviews from back in the day. The old reviews would tell you how it is. Like GamePro, for example, they give you graphics this much, sound this much, right? And if the game has the graphics like a 3.0, but the fun factor was a 5.0, you said, I gotta play it. You will go out there and say, I gotta play this. The fun factor is 5.0, I gotta play this game. I didn't care about graphics. But nowadays, it's like I say a lot about the reviews. They sit there and they sum it all up into one big thing. That's it. And the big
My two favorite games of this generation are two games that
uh,
have like zero graphics.
really, which one are they?
Vampire Survivors and Bellatro.
Oh, Balacho, you really? Oh man, I got Balacho on my mobile. I got.
Bellatro, Vampire Survivors. Those
Yep.
games look like shit. They have zero graphics.
Mm-hmm.
They are the best games of this generation.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because they are unique. They have amazing gameplay. Replayability is through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Did,
what it's all about. It's not about having the most insane, ultra realistic graphics. It's about having fun.
did you play Rotato though?
Yeah, not
Oh,
as good as Vampire Survivors.
oh, that is good, but it's a fun game though. It's a fun
Yeah.
game. It's a fun game, man. That's the point though. You go hopping in, playing these games, right?
Yeah.
That's the whole point. Yeah, Yeah,
I got Belletro on my Nintendo Switch. I got it on my PlayStation. I got it on everything. So
I got it
yeah,
on my mobile, man. I have fun with that game. It's on my
that
mobile.
the game is so amazing.
Yeah, it is.
It's a Canadian-made game. The PR manager for Belletro is actually Dutch.
Really?
Yeah, really good, cool guy.
That's awesome. Did not know that. Did not know that.
Yeah, yeah,
Did
yeah,
not
yeah.
know that. Well, guys, it's time to end this show. We've been here for like 2.5 hours, just talking, having some fun, man. Talking, having some fun. Maurice, brother, thank you, bro, for being on here, man. It was a blast. We gotta have you back here again. I'm happy that you can join me on the morning show. Just talk things, talk games, talk everything. We had a blast. We had a blast, and
Let's
give me
do
your.
this again.
Yes, we got to do this again. Yes, we do. We got to do this again. I love how you came out here and cleared out the room with the whole examples of how games look, comparing to each other consoles. I love how you talk like you were sincere about the Pro. It was just awesome. And the Series S, like always, people always seem to tend to you'll see the whole media thing like the Series S is holding back, but in truth, it's not. Especially after what this dev said after he came out and said what he said. But Maurice, it was awesome, man. Thank you so much, bro. Really, thank you for
And
being here.
thank you for having me on.
Oh, of
We've
course.
been talking about this for so long already. I think we've been talking about this for a year, maybe already.
Yeah, almost like a year. Yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun.
We
It re-
really needed to do this. So I'm glad
yeah.
we finally pushed through and said, let's do this. Let's get on.
Yes. Yes. And I will tend to have more guests on here. We'll tend to have more guests. Maurice, you're always back here, man. Whenever you want to join, Lou, let's go have a conversation. Say, okay, let's set a date. We'll go in here, just have a conversation, have some fun.
No problem.
We'll do that. We'll do that. Oh, look at Jacob. He says, no, keep on going.
No, keep on going.
I mean, Jacob, I'll tell you this. If I didn't have to go and set up, because again, my father's birthday's here today, I would have kept on going for probably another hour. But I don't know what Maurice has got to do, but I have to go help before I get my head chopped off.
Yeah, I still need to record a few videos for tomorrow. So
There you go. Yeah, yeah.
I
Yep.
still that's a lot of work here in my little
How
studio.
long? How long does it take you to record those videos, though? One last question.
It depends on the game. It really depends on the game. There are games I can make a video. If I get the key, and I can make a video in like 10 minutes or so, and I'm done.
Yeah.
But for Avowed, it took me at least like 15 hours of playing. Then it took me about like 2 hours per video to really get it together.
Oh,
What am I missing?
Oh Lord.
What am I missing?
Look what Jesse James said. He says, I'm back, feeling good this morning.
Feeling good this morning.
After you went to look for Mia Khalifa. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh my God. What did we do? Oh
Well,
man.
I can give you a few tips, Jesse. To try and search for movies like Shaving Ryan's Privates, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, no, dear Lord.
Schindler's
Oh,
List.
no. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, dear Lord. Oh man, but before I go, I always ask this question to the chat. Maurice, I asked always this question, but before we go, chat, tell us what you guys been playing. Maurice, you go ahead and I know what you've been playing. You've been playing about. I know you're gonna do some videos today about something. So yeah, tell us what you've been playing, bro.
Well, I'm already playing a little game called Two Point Museum that comes out, I think, first week of March, if I'm correct.
Nice.
So that's one that I'm putting a lot of time in right now to make a video. I always love these 2-point games, so definitely go check out that video that comes. I think I just got an email. I think that one comes out. Blah, 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 blah. The 27th of February is that video coming out. So yeah, that's one of my favorites. Right now, yeah. I have no idea. There are so many games that I'm playing right now. I've got a game that's called Ultros, like a Metroidvania style game that I'm playing on Xbox. I need to do a video on. And there, PGA 2K25 is coming out this week. Also a game I really look forward to. Yes, I love golf games. I know, stupid. I love them. Yeah, lots of things.
That's good. I see chat. Like always, Dolan and I is always playing Avowed, he always playing bilateral. It's a good thing that you're seeing him playing Avowed. Be nice as Avowed in Indiana, Stalker 2, Metaphor, Sniper Elite, and more. Jesus Christ, I can never do that. I can't. I used to be beat back in the day. I could play 5 games at the same time, but now I got to play one and move on to the other because if I start playing one or the other, I usually ditch the other one, just focus on the other. But yeah, I got, oh Lord, been playing Crime Boss. Oh,
I never played that game.
he's playing Chuck Norris game.
I never played Crime Boss Rocky City. I
I
played so many games. I never played it.
I tried it and I was disappointed. I thought I was going to use Chuck Norris and kick people around, but no, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Still playing the best game ever in the world, RDR2. There you go, Brandon. Oh yeah, that is one of the best games out there. That game, I'm waiting for that patch. If that patch comes to the Xbox consoles, oh baby, I'm gonna be playing RDR2, man. I'm gonna be playing it again. I already played it twice. I'm gonna go for a third time. It's such a good game. Such a good game.
I always call it rootin' tootin' cowboy shooting.
Yep, it's fun. It's fun. There's always something to do in that game. You find new things to. Oh man, it's always fun. Those guys really nailed it.
Mhm.
I know it's like Payday. I know Matrix is a good game. It's a good game, but it's just
Oh, I see Be Nice playing Metaphor. Also, amazing game. One of the best games of last year.
Really? Did you finish it, Maurice? Did you get it?
No, but my God, that game is like 80 hours or something. My goodness, no. But it's so good. It's so much fun. It's so well written. It's so nicely made. One of the best Atlas games they made in years. In years.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, Maurice, tell everybody where they can find you, sir. Like I said, the description down below is all of Maurice's channels, but either way, do tell us.
Now, you can find me on YouTube, of course, at the Xbox Tester, at the PlayStation Tester, at the Nintendo Tester, and on Twitter or X at the Games Tester.
Yes,
And
sir.
that's where you can find me.
Yes, sir. And pretty soon we're going to be the toilet testers. Yes.
Yes. We still, when you are here, we are going to make a few tester videos on toilets.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
100%.
Let's see how things work.
We're going to get some KFC the night before,
Okay, yes.
and we're going to destroy some toilets.
Oh, we're going to hell for this. But chat, thank you all for hanging out here today. It was awesome. Love you guys to death. Thank you all for the super chats. Thank you all for the memberships. You guys rock. Seriously, I love you guys to death. Like always, seriously, you guys rule. So chat, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also hit that bell so it can tell you when XBI content comes on. And guys, have a beautiful, and an awesome Monday. And as always, I will see you on the Xbox International Podcast at 7 p.m. ET, right here, this very same channel with Sourblow, the Big Plume, and Silent Cypher. And on Fridays, if they invite me, if they don't, XBI en Español with Captain Elvin, Aliencita, and Metal Berserker. Yes, and when me and Mr. Fragman sit down, I actually work on a schedule, to come on. Yes, I'll be joining Mr. Fragments on Fridays, probably once a month. Let's see when that happens, to talk about what's happening everywhere. And last but not least, good morning with Crazy Luke Gaming when I send the signal out over here on YouTube, on Twitter, and on Discord. That's why you gotta hit that bell so you can know when the crazy one comes on to talk about what's happening in the gaming news world. Bye, y'all. Have an awesome day, and I will see y'all tomorrow morning for the Phil Spencer interview. And let me talk about a little bit of the Mystic Fragments magazine. Have an awesome day, y'all. And Maurice, thank you again, brother. It was fun. Bye.